I know I'm a little bit late today. What's up, guys? How's everybody doing? All right, guys. So, everybody look at VIVE. That one looks super strong. There we go. All right, but yeah, there we go. What's up, guys? Okay, so yeah, look at VIVE. I can pull the chart up here if you guys want to see it, but this one looks really, really strong. Like I said, I know I'm a little bit late today. It's 8:40 market time. So, but yeah, check this out. Look at VIVE. Big parabolic move, huge runner right now. Gapping up from $3.80 all the way to $10.30. So just a huge gap up here. Like a 750 gap up here. No, my math's wrong. Yeah, like a 680 gap up here, which is still a big gap up. But yeah, huge move. We'll have to look up the news. We're definitely back in the parabolic season. And so yeah, everybody look at VIVE. Let me check out the chat here. What's up, team? There we go. Yeah, man, Mr. K, market looks good. What's up, Gabriel? What's up, Secrets? What's up, Paul? What's up, Scott? What's up, Daniel? What's up, team? All right, let me fix this here. There we go. All right, I gotta give my kids a hug goodbye as they go to school. So I'll be right back. Give me 1 second. All right, team, I am back. So, like I said, VIVE, huge move here. Some people telling me to look at IPWR. We can take a look. Yeah, IPWR is recently moving here as well. So if you caught the Discord, here, you know I rebounded somewhat. I ended up on the day in gross profit $75, but after commission, since I used like 4,000 to 5,000 shares, I'm still down about $30, which is much more manageable than the initial $100 loss plus commissions that I had yesterday. And so I kind of wrote a message in Discord and on YouTube about what I should really do here, because again, like yesterday, you guys saw me upload my entire trade log to TraderView live, and so I named it, I uploaded it. There's no possible way I can fake that, and so the trades I'm getting in after the stream are real. And with that said, I really have to consider how I should approach my trading, because obviously, if you've been following along with me, you know that I've been having much better results later on in the morning using high volume, very quick scalping strategies. I've been using VWAP strategies. It's the same strategies, but I've been getting in and out very, very quickly, taking my profits and then running with these strategies. And I think I just have to listen to what works. Like, even if I upload this, guys, like, we have to see what's been working for me overall. And like I said, if I upload this, like you guys can see here, I go to historical data trades. Let me make sure you guys can actually see that. Yeah. Okay. So like if I upload this, I go to account, I select my account. Yeah, it's be yesterday. I go to filter from yesterday, export. I can just say my real trades. And let's get this out the way now. And then I go to TraderView like I've been doing. Log in. You see I got TraderView here. Let me make this so you guys can actually see it. Yeah, you should be able to see that. Wait, here. Just a quick second just so you guys can see this. So here's my TraderView. I can import trades, choose file, my real trades, see my real trades, upload. No. All right, and so yeah, you see I actually did make that $188 gain on CGC, and then I had another trade on BBY that I took later on in the morning. And all the trades I took first thing in the morning were losing trades. And then the trades where I was, there's a few things that I can take from this, right? There's a few things I could take from this. Is that, one, I need to just start small, large scale or large size scalping, very quick trades. Or the other one is that I just trade better when I'm off stream because I'm calmer and I can take more risks without that pressure. That's a possibility too. If I'm being objective, that of course is a possibility. But in the end, I just have to consider how I should approach my trading. Again, like I said, I always upload my stats. You guys see I'm consistently profitable, at least in gross profits. There's just some tweaks I have to work on to really build that up with net profit. And I still have a $500 cushion in my account, so I still have plenty of room. But again, I just have to approach it from the most reasonable, objective way with what my statistics are actually showing me. And I think my statistics are showing me that I should wait a little while and trade a little bit later in the morning. And so we'll see how that goes. I'm not saying I won't trade first thing in the morning, but I think that I just perform better later on. Let me know what you guys think about it. Let me know what you guys think. That's my stats. That was the trade I got into yesterday. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. Again, I'm still going to trade the open. I'm still going to trade here on stream. I'm not going to change that. I do this for transparency reasons. But I do have to consider, taking some more swings later on in the day more often and maybe not closing it down, because again, if we look at my stats there, those are the trades that have been honestly working. If we look at my stats here, I don't know if you guys can see it now, but yeah, if we look at my stats here, those are the trades that have been working. Like I said, this $300 win was late in the morning, this $188 win was late in the morning, and basically I rarely lose late in the morning with short-term large size scalping methods from VWAP. Those have been working great. They've been working really, really well. And so in the end, I got to figure out what's working. You know what I mean? I just got to figure it out. And we'll see what happens. And so, yeah, that's kind of my take from yesterday. I've been noticing it because it's like, I get it. I know how it probably looks, right? I know how it looks where it's like every day if I'm on stream and I lose on stream and then I kind of rebound after stream, it might look sketchy or whatever. But again, that's why yesterday I uploaded my trades live so you guys could see I'm actually getting into those trades. I mean, aside from the fact that I post my trade log in every time I get into a trade, like you can see all of my trades, like a full breakdown of all the trades I got into. And some of the trade logs are embarrassing because I take some unnecessary risks. But again, I do it for transparency reasons. So it is what it is. I just have to consider how I want to approach my trading from here on out, I'm not saying the VWAP's not going to work. I think if I'm going to attack the opening VWAP strategy, I have to look for an actually overextended stock to attack. I think if I trade a stock and it's not necessarily extended, I know somebody gave me that advice yesterday. I actually like that advice. So maybe I'll consider that too. Shout out to Scott, man. Scott caught a buyout with ACHN, rode that thing up like 100%. So shout out to Scott, man. Nice work, brother. All right, guys. But yeah, what I'm watching specifically today. I mean, honestly, though, OG, I generally do that. Like, usually, like, I won't trade. I definitely won't trade the first 5 minutes. The first 5 minutes is a big no-no for me. I just won't do it. It's just too volatile. There's too many up wicks and down wicks and fake outs, and the stock hasn't really picked a direction in the first 5 minutes yet. It might have some big moves in one direction, but it's still not necessarily picking a direction within that first 5 minute time frame. And so because of that, you're going to get faked out a lot. You're going to get some squeezes up. You're going to get some washout longs, what that look like VWAP fades. And so you're just going to get caught in a big mess if you try to trade that first 5 minutes a lot of the time. And it's going to initially, you're either going to be up big or down big on the day. And in my opinion, I think that first 5 minutes is closer to gambling. Because, again, I think before you really know the direction the stock is picked that specific day, I think it's just kind of like a coin flip. You don't really know which way it's going to go, so to speak. But yeah, I'm watching TEVA, VIVE, ENDP looks good. ENDP, SNBR. You see ENDP here. IPWR, somebody else mentioned. SNBR, this one looks good. I'll probably trade this one if it gives me something good. MU, breaking lows of pre-market just now. MU breaking lows after a big bullish day. I'll watch AMD again. SES I'm looking at just because it, like I said, a lot of times these are super extended and then they're going to pull back eventually. WWR, same thing. What was it? BIMI was what it was. Yeah, and this is honestly a very common tale with these. You see these a lot where this is the common tale of penny stocks. We actually had a class on this, and maybe I'll upload this class now. I actually have a class called Parabolic Moves. I think I'll upload this class this weekend. It's called Parabolic Moves, Hot Sectors, and Sympathy Plays is what the class is called. It's an old class that we made a long time ago. We just haven't uploaded it yet. But I'll upload that this weekend because I think it's very relevant to what's going on in this overall market and how to trade it, right? And so we'll try to put that one out this weekend. I actually like that idea. But yeah, SNBR, PSTG, that one doesn't look good. ABC, AIMT. So yeah, I mean, we got some stuff. Not as good as yesterday, though. SPY is down some. Four to 5 a.m. is the ticket. I don't have time for 4 to 5 a.m. That's why I don't swing trade. I just don't have the time. I got 2 kids. I got 2 kids and a wife, and I got 2 kids and a wife, and it's just that's not going to be sustainable. Me waking up at 4 or 5 a.m. I mean, I guess if the money was right, I'd do it, but I don't know. But yeah. What's your main watch today, guys? We got a few movers. The big moves that everybody's watching: VIVE. Probably the biggest move. Another parabolic stock. ACHN. Scott caught this one. Beautiful move. Yeah, Scott asked for my advice on this, and I guess I'll ask for everybody else's too, because I'm not much of a swing trader. What's the buyout price here? Okay, yeah, we'll start looking up news, and then we'll kind of go over this. So let's go ahead. We'll start with VIVE. All right, so first things first, VIVE is up. I don't see any catalyst specifically for this one right now. I don't see any catalyst for this one right now. I don't know why this one's moving. Who knows? It's up. It's parabolic. It could go crazy today. It could go up to 15s, 20s. It could also just fall right back down to 450. Who knows what this thing's going to do? But if you know the catalyst for this one, let me know, because I don't see the catalyst for VIVE yet. And of course, I mean, this one's just a huge move. It's just a huge move. Um, and so if you know the catalyst for this one, let me know. Also, like I said, we got Scott's with ACHN here. Big gap up, buyout. And Scott asked me how do buyouts generally act, and I told him most of the time they'll stay right around the buyout price in a narrow range. But my suggestion, again, was to, you can see what happens, but give yourself a tight stop. And again, that's coming from somebody that doesn't really swing trade. More so is just almost solely a day trader. And, from looking at buyouts, most of the time they stay in a narrow range, but you never really know, I guess. All right, so yeah, this one is up after Alexion Pharmaceuticals, ALXN, reported the purchase of Aquilin Pharmaceuticals in a $930 million deal. So ALXN bought them. Yeah, ALXN, big company. So we'll see what happens with that as well. We got MNK here. MNK gapping up some. Very high float stock. Not a very high float stock, but you can tell it's got a big float just by how the level 2 looks and the chart itself. And this one is up after they reported a 8.5% passive stake in Mallinckrodt as of October 2nd, or which is Armistice Capital reported. Man, why would you name your company that, man? Armistice. It's just hard to say. Anyways, Armistice Capital reported a 8.5 passive stake in MNK as of October 2nd. SNBR, again, this is one that is probably the more realistic ones that I might trade today, just depending on how this one moves at the open. And this one is up after the company reported better than expected third quarter EPS and sales results, and the company also narrowed their fiscal year 2019 EPS guidance. They also announced a $500 million share buyback for SNBR. So we'll see what happens. If it's volatile, I'll trade it. I'll look to trade it off of the previous day's close. We'll see what happens there. That's what I'm looking at with that one. We also have PSTG that I mentioned. PSTG. Gapping up without really much volume, and this one's just up because they were upgraded from a market perform to an outperform, and they also announced a $22 price target for PSTG. We also have, what else we get? I guess IPWR is not showing up here, and I think that's one of the big movers that everybody is watching now. IPWR, it's up to 373s here. And I don't see a catalyst for this one either. I think we're going to get Mitch here. Yeah. Yeah, what's up, bro? Alright. But yeah, I'm not seeing any catalyst for IPWR. If you know why that one's moving, let me know. Because for right now, I don't really know why that one's moving. They're doing what it's doing. What's up, Eagles? What's up, brother? What's up, Emmanuel? Oh, BNGO, another one. Yeah, I saw somebody mention this one too. What's up, bro? Look at VIVE, Mitch. That one's going crazy, man. All right, so BNGO. Huh? Yeah, man. That one's going crazy. All right, so BNGO is up. Man, they got a lot of news for this one. This is definitely a bio drug. All right, so they announced an adoption of its SAFR system by clinical cytogenetics groups in academia and industries to replace traditional methods for clinical testing. Oh, yeah. So they basically announced the adoption of the SAFR system by the clinical cytogenetics groups in academia and industry to replace traditional methods for clinical testing. End quote. Whatever that means, it must be good, or at least it was originally. This one is... It was up. It got up to 289. But the big thing about this one is this one closed yesterday at 55 cents. And so even where it's at now, it's up, 200%? And so, crazy move here. At the highs up here, it was up even more than that, way more than that. So we'll see what happens. Very volatile stock for BNGO. Yep. 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 I mean, this is here's the thing people got to understand. And like I said, Mitch, I think I'm going to post that parabolic move sympathy plays and hot sector class that we still haven't uploaded to YouTube. That's like the one good class I think that we haven't uploaded yet. I'm going to post that this weekend, and I think it's very relevant to this market because here's the thing, right? You can look at some of these parabolic moves, but think about the big parabolic moves that have been there in the last few days, right? We got we got SES. Look what happened to SES. Look at the daily chart on SES. Very common tail here. Very common tail. Pumped all the way up. This one moves all the way up to 2610. Drops what? At least 50%. More than that, it looks. So pump up, fall down here. And this is what we go over. Exactly what we go over in this class. Pump up, fail. What's the other one that moved yesterday? BIMI. Pump up, fail. And this happens over and over and over again. And what happens here is that they just get pumped up. These are getting pumped up, whether they're getting pumped up by hype in general or whether they're getting pumped up by the company itself. These are just getting pumped up. Traders are getting involved and they're hyping this thing up more. And they rarely ever hold these gains. And if they do and they continue to go crazy, a lot of the time they're going to start to get investigated by the SEC. And so this is a very common tail in the market. And with the parabolic movers starting to run like they have been the last few days, it's something that traders need to understand. Now, I'm not saying that these things, especially these right now, I'm not saying that these are going to continue to fall because most of these have dropped. Hold on. But yeah, so I'm not saying that these are going to continue to fall. I'm just saying that these are going to fail a majority of the time, and especially if you look at these things a month from now, they're going to fail most of the time. So yeah, I'm just saying that they're going to fail a lot of the time, especially if you look at these from a month from now. Again, it's very risky to short these on day one. I don't necessarily recommend shorting any of these. Like if we're going to look at the ones from today, like VIVE, it's very risky to short these things on day one. It's just most of the time these are not going to hold their gains, and they rarely do. And it's one of the best short opportunities in the market. It's one of this type of moves that I like to buy put options on. Like I generally like to trade put options with these. I wait for them to gap up crazy. I buy put options on them. If they do end up ripping up and going absolutely crazy and breaking highs and moving up 50 to 100%, I'm protected because the only thing I'm risking necessarily is what I'm paying for that option. That's my risk there. Very easy, self-evident, small risk. But if it actually falls like I think it does, then I make a lot more. So I buy a put option, I hold hold it for a few weeks to a month and just wait for these big parabolic, overextended, hyped up, pumped up stocks to just fail. And that's what I do a lot. And sometimes they're not. Sometimes they're going to continue pushing, breaking highs and stuff. But yeah, for sure. All right. But yeah, so VIVE, we'll see what happens here. That's one that like I said, I don't know if this one's going to fail today. I think if you look at this thing a month from now, it's going to be down. And I think that's just kind of what happens the majority of the time with these. Right, I like what Tyrell says. As a new trader, you shouldn't even be touching these type of moves anyway. Here, let me see. Can y'all hear Mitch okay? Is Mitch too low? Let me know, guys. I'm trying to figure... Mitch's mic is so powerful that I got to figure out like a good middle ground for his mic. But yeah, let me know how he sounds. Say something, Mitch. Let me test it. Because I turned it down a little bit because his mic is like way better than mine. Like I turned it down. Oh wait, you're muted. My bad. Say something again.
I don't know. I gotta fix this. I don't know. I think it's just an update that happened with my headphone.
There we go. Yeah, he was muted. Adam, I unmuted him. I'm just trying to get it to work. What should we be playing as a new trader? I don't know. I know, guys. I had him muted. I know. Can hear him now. Okay, how is his Adam? How is his sound? It's very low. It's good. Can hear him now. Is it too low or is it just right? Because I'm just trying to find the kind of the sweet spot for it. All right, low. I can try to turn him up here. What's up, Kangster? Paper. Yeah, I might have forgotten to unmute him. I gotta give myself an alarm that says unmute Mitch because that's the biggest thing I forget every day. All right. Yeah, new traders should be trading. It's hard for me to say because there's all these different niches, right? New traders should really be trying to find their niche in the market or their niche or whatever you want to call it, right? New traders should be learning and developing a system. You know, that's what new traders should be doing. They should be learning and developing a system here. The sound of Mitch echoing through my office in the morning. But yeah, new traders should be learning and developing a system and not really going too crazy with share size and with risk overall. Right? I know, like, listen, I know the cool thing to do is to trade penny stocks and to trade these big parabolic movers as new traders, and I get it. You watch a penny stock trader driving a Lambo who's saying, "Oh, these are what you can make millions of dollars in a week, and I've got all these millionaire traders," and No, 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 right? And everybody, all the new traders see that and they're like, ooh, this is great motivation. I want to do that. I'm going to do that. I'm going to, I'm going to do this. I'm going to trade these penny stocks and then I'm going to buy me a Lambo next month. Or I'm going to trade these penny stocks and I'm going to start paying my mortgage and I'm going to start doing all this stuff, right? That's the mentality. And I was there. I did that. I was like, yep, I'm going to pay my mortgage. This is going to change my life. And it might change your life. But in the end, new traders shouldn't be trading these stocks, man. They're too crazy. You'll hear people say that they're the easier stocks to trade. They are most certainly not the easier stocks to trade. And in the end, you could lose a ton of money very, very quickly trading these big parabolic moves. And it's something that new traders should understand. And so, yes, paper trading is necessary. Not only paper trading, though, you need to develop a system for yourself. Right? What you don't want to do as a new trader is you don't want to save up a few $1,000 and just immediately go into live money trading parabolic penny stocks. That $1,000 will be gone in 30 seconds. What you want to do is you want to take it slow. You want to develop a system with paper, with demo accounts and paper trading, and you want to attack it from that perspective, right? That's the safest way to attack it. Try to build a system, develop risk-reward tendencies, and build a trading plan. Learn how to build a trading plan. That's what you want to do. It doesn't matter the price of the stocks you trade, but what you just want to protect you want to take it slow, basically, when you first get started. I don't care what anybody tells you. You want to take it slow. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme, and no matter, even if you trade these big, crazy parabolic moves, it's going to be very difficult to learn how to trade with penny stocks. So we got a lot of comments that say paper trading is not like trading real money. Absolutely, it's not. It's nothing like real money. And there's going to be another transition that you're going to have to do in the future to learn, right? But what I'm saying, though, is that paper trading is good for the stuff I said, which is building a system, learning how to calculate risk reward, learning how to build a solid trading plan, and conditioning you to follow levels. That is what paper is good for. Are you going to be able to immediately transition to live money from paper and be successful? Most of the time, no, because you're going to have to condition your rules and you're going to have to condition your emotions, more importantly, to learn how to handle trading with live money. But paper is good for developing a system. That's what paper is good for. That's why it's there. Is you can develop a system, you can learn how to calculate risk and reward, and you can learn how to build a trading plan overall. Calculate range and do all that different stuff. That's what paper is beneficial for. But again, new traders need to take it slow. New traders need to take it slow. Paper trade. I know it's in the back of every new trader's mind. I know it is because it was in the back of my mind. It's in the back of every new trader's mind, right? They save up a few $1,000s, right? They save up a few $1,000s, and what do? Right? They say, okay, well, in this regard, I'm going to start making tons of money now. I don't need a paper trade for that long because I know enough already. I've learned enough already. It might be a week into learning. They say, I know enough already. I'm just going to start trading. I'm just going to start trading with real money. I know enough already. I'm just going to do it. Then that account is gone, and then they're super disheartened and it's very difficult. And that's the process of a new trader. Like, I get it. But yeah, and that's from somebody, like I said, this is from somebody that's been trading for years and that went through that process. I went through that process. I understand it. I'm not looking down on anybody because I did that exact thing. And that's exactly where I'm pulling this, advice from, is from what happened to me. And yeah, sure, there's going to be outliers who immediately start to do well, but most of the time that's from luck and not necessarily skill, so to speak. It's just from luck most of the time. It generally takes years to learn how to do successfully. Not to learn, but to be able to do successfully. It takes years for the most part. Yeah, everybody's different, so you have to have your own system. Like even Mitch and I, we trade differently. Even Mitch and I, we trade differently. We have different systems, like we trade at different times. We trade different strategies. We just have different systems, and that's okay. And like I said this morning, I might have to work on maybe changing my system a little bit, because again, like if we look at my TraderView stats here, like watch, like let me do this. Like right, I'm gonna delete the last week of stats, and we can look at my stats from the last week specifically. Okay, so like let's delete the last week. When did this week start? I guess it started on the 11th, right? Where's the 13th? Let me look at the calendar here. Oh, it's 14 and 15 is when this week started. All right, so I'm going to go back to, wait, let me see a week from then. All right, I'm going to go back to the 9th, right? Let's look at the last week specifically. Or we'll just start at last week. We'll start at the 7th. All right, and we'll just delete all of this. And we'll upload my stats from the last week specifically. And we'll look at, just so you guys can see it. Like, I'll do this just to do it. We'll delete these. Alright, and then we can go to, I'm going to start it, like I said, the last week. From the 7th. Yeah, no. Yeah, okay. We'll filter, see 0 trades, right? And now I'm going to upload these to that historical data. Because I gotta do what's been working for me, right, team? Like, I have to do what's been working. Oh, wait, there we go. So what I said, the 7th. We can go from the 7th to the 14th, and then I'm gonna have to upload that last 3. First half. All right, so I named that one first half, and then we'll call this one second half, which is just yesterday, really. Second half. All right. And now just to get all this away, right? We go to import, choose file. We got first half here, upload, and then we import the second half. Import second half. All right, so yeah, like as you can see here, in gross profits, the last week and a few days, I'm up $266, right? But all of my trades, like this is my graph from the last week and a half, right? All of my trades, all the ones I did well in are later day trades. Like if we look at my trades view here, I'm running exactly 50% actually. But all of my trades here are late morning trades. Let me see if I can find the time. I thought I could find a time, but they're all late. This one's late. This one's late.
We talking practice?
We're talking trade reviews.
I know we ain't talking practice. We talking practice?
Kinda.
I know we ain't talking practice. Practice? I got a joke for you, John.
All
right.
Okay.
It has to do with an industry that's been going up lately.
Yeah.
How do you buy pot stocks and make money?
How?
You buy high and sell higher.
I like it, man. I like it. We got to give Mitch some applause. I like that. I might use that. I might use it, man. I like it, man.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, remember.
Yeah, I heard some other traders say that one. I was like, that's a good joke. That's a good joke. I like it.
Yeah,
Well,
man.
the cannabis stocks going up, man.
Are they?
Yeah, man. Overall, the whole sector going up since Monday. Really big news is coming out tomorrow. Tomorrow, phase 2 going to be released in Canada. So pretty much edibles, other kind of products being released in Canada. Whether it's going to give these pot stocks a lift, I really think that this lift that you're seeing right now is that news. It's just being put into the stock prior to the news release. So I'm not sure if these stocks are going to keep going to next resistance, but I can at least tell you that they have gotten a boost. You can look at CGC. You can look at APHA.
Yep.
ACB. One of the ones that I really wanted that became a penny stock is on our gappers list today, CTST. This is one that I was waiting to get underneath $1. And to tell you the truth, I didn't even notice. But on Monday, we really cracked that dollar point last week. And then we got into like 77 cents. This is kind of where I was thinking this stock was heading towards, and I thought it could bounce back. Probably, I think maybe $3 stock. I don't see this stock necessarily as being the biggest or profitable, but I also don't see it as a penny stock either.
Right.
This is a stock that hasn't found nowhere near where it wants to be evaluated. If you look on the daily chart for CTST, this is a stock that IPO'd and just tanked ever since it IPO'd. It IPO'd at the wrong time. It IPO'd when investors were getting away from cannabis, and this actually was a deterrent. It brought it down from 11.97 on the high of the opening day all the way down to 77 cents.
I appreciate the subscribe. Let me see. Yeah,
So
just
definitely one to watch.
appreciate the sub. Brother, welcome to the team. Appreciate the sub, Eric. Appreciate the sub, Maria. Remember, guys, hit that subscribe button. We day trade live on stream every single weekday morning for free on YouTube. And so if you want to see what it's actually like day trading the market, hit the subscribe button, click the bell, turn on notifications. Appreciate all the new subs today. Let's keep growing. The goal for today with subs is what? 35 subs? Let me see where we're at now. Right now we are at 14,156 subscribers. Let's try to get up to 190 subscribers. Let's try to get to 14,190 subscribers. That'll be 34 subs. That's the goal today, team. Let's do it. Help us hit that goal. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Help us grow this channel. We're about to day trade the open live like we do every day. ACHN. Yeah, Ebro. Eric Mitch was holding ACHN. Maybe you might know a little bit more about this though than I do, Mitch. So Eric is holding this one. It's a buyout for ACHN. It's up like 100%. Maybe a little bit less than 100% actually, but it's up close to that. Looks like maybe 80% actually or so. But Eric is wondering, not Eric, sorry, Scott is wondering if he should continue to hold this one.
Find out. Let's find out how good of a buyout this is. What are they feeling? Let's see the news. Let me read into it right quick.
My advice, well, it's a buyout. They're getting acquired by, what's the other stock? They're getting acquired by like another much larger company.
What's the price at right now?
It is at 638. My advice to Scott was that you can hold it. A lot of times they're going to stay in a narrow range after buyouts. Not always. But again, I'm not really a swing trader. I'm not super like knowledgeable about that aspect, and I don't want to tell him the wrong answer. You know what I mean? So like I told him, I said, look, you can hold it. If I were you, I'd probably hold it a little while at least, but I'd give myself a very tight stop overall, and it might not move it much anyway. Like that was my advice.
This is the important thing about buyouts, guys. When you see a buyout, you need to look at the SEC report and
I'll be right back.
Where is the pricing that they are paying for this stock. What's the pricing? And that's very, very important. And here you get from Market Watch, they actually tell you it here in the paragraph. Under the terms of the deal, Axion will pay $6.30 for each share. So that's 73% above Tuesday's closing price of $3.65. So what I would look for, guys, is for the price to hold that 630, because if it can hold that 630, that means that you have institutional buying, big, what we call bag buying below you. But to tell you the truth, a lot of the times when we get buyouts and they're bought at what we call a premium. This is very important to understand. A premium meaning that they're buying it at a higher price for what we call an expected evaluation, not really where the stock is right now, but where they think the stock is going. So a lot of times stocks are bought in at that premium, and if they're bought in at that premium, then the stock jumps up, but eventually comes down because really it had nobody's business being valued at that high. I'm not sure if ACHN is one of those stocks that is now going to be valued at too high, because now it has what's called an implied market capitalization of 880 million. So this stock below, had, a good amount, but now the capitalization in this stock has gotten up to 880 million. But definitely, Scott, just watch that 630. Watch the pricing that goes in through that. Uh, and also, if it does break through 630, I would look to see $6 hold. If $6 doesn't hold, I'd probably get rid of it, to tell you the truth. Just my personal opinion. Um, uh, that's just what I would want to see hold. I'd want to see bag buyers, big volume coming in near 630, maybe even 625. But as soon as it hits six, it should come back because you want to see that institutional buyers stepping in at a low price point here that they feel they can measure risk down to maybe, let's say, $4 or $5. So look for the big volume to come in at the open for red to green. If it shows red to green, then yeah, you feel good and you could hold this stock. Maybe look for the potential breakout. But if you're not seeing that red to green move, might need to just let go of the shares.
Yep.
But that's the kind of move you would want to see. You want to see big bag buyers towards the open.
Another thing I've been doing differently, team, is that another thing that's been working out more is like VWAP bounces seem to be working better than VWAP fades. VWAP bounces, at least from my opinion, and I don't know if that probably honestly has something to do with the market in general pushing up the way it's been doing the last day or so. And so VWAP bounces naturally work better with bullish markets. It's just what do you think the market's going to do today? I actually didn't look that news up, so let me actually look that news up real quick because we only got 2 minutes until the open, and I do want to look this up.
Just to give Scott some good information, I like to always give good information if I have it. There is 4 million share seller at 674 for ACHN. 674 is going to be very important pricing. If you see big volume show up on the level 2 and get immediately knocked through, that's going to show that bullish momentum. If you see a slowdown there and a pullback, be careful with that area as there's a big time seller there. I'm seeing 4 million shares showing up. So definitely be careful with that price point.
All right, so with the overall market here, right now, let me go ahead and read through this. We got about a minute left. It says U.S. stock futures were edging lower ahead of the open as more doubts resurfaced over the signing of the so-called Phase 1 U.S.-China trade deal following news that the U.S. House of Reps has unanimously approved the Hong Kong Human Rights and Democracy Act on Tuesday. The bill will be voted on the U.S. Senate where it is expected to pass. China's Ministry of Foreign Affairs issued a statement Wednesday morning saying the country would take measures against the bill, saying if the bill passed, it will cause, quote, serious damage to U.S.-China relations and the interest of the U.S. Measures to protect Beijing's sovereignty in Hong Kong will be taken as well. And we also had some upbeat earnings reports, meanwhile, that helped cap losses and provided a boost to market sentiment. Financial firms Bank of America, BAC, BNY Mellon, BK, and U.S. Bancorp, which is USB, were once again leading gainers after reporting upbeat financial results, end quote. And that is from MT Newswires. Okay, guys, so we got the open coming right now. 5 seconds, let's do it. So I had to try to run through that news quick.
No worries.
What's up, Felix? Good morning, bro. What's up, Devin? All right, team. So we got MU spike it up. We got
I think
SPY
the biggest
dropping.
thing is 298 on the SPY. If we get really quick downward momentum here, it's going to show something. Yeah, I'm seeing at least, I like ETFC today. That dropped really big. Square dropping nice, man. You know how that likes to follow the overall market.
Yep. Yeah,
It's a
AMD
nice
bouncing.
drop on Square.
I think I'm gonna wait a little while before I trade today, though. I think the way I've been trading, it's just later in the morning I've been doing well. So I might, if I do trade now, it's gonna be small size, and then I'm gonna be taking big size
There
after.
you go. That sounds like the right move there. That sounds like let's flip the way that we've been trying to take the approach. Bigger
Right.
size early, and then smaller size later. Let's do the opposite.
Yeah.
Small size early.
Exactly.
Look for a position to get some strength, John.
Right.
Nail a nice fade, and then once you get that first momentum, then you can go ahead and start taking some swings.
Right.
Go ahead and get some cushion, man. You got
Yeah.
this.
Appreciate it. Yeah, man. That's. I think that makes more sense, and I think considering how I've been trading lately, I think that's the right way to go.
Netflix moving down, guys, through the support here. Right here, it's at major support. I'm taking a close eye on this for the cross.
AMD and MU spiking up here, both of those.
I know Netflix has earnings that are coming out Wednesday, so tonight.
Okay. Jared says, I hate how politics affects the market so much. Yeah, for sure. And it's way more than it used to be, for sure. Especially with the rise of Twitter, social media. Let's just say the market's definitely pretty easily influenced by political posts on social media.
All right. Nice little drop there, CGC, brother. It's holding a bullish trend, but now it just dropped pretty big there.
Yeah, I mean, I like it, and this is what I've really been attacking, is that previous day's closing price, because I can use that previous close as my risk in these situations. And so I'm also looking at MU and AMD for a VWAP bounce. Those might be
This is what I would call an opening crossover. So if I would tackle opening crossovers, this would be the one, CGC. But I'm trying my best not to try to attack opening crossovers, just because it's the most volatile crossover there is. It's the first candle. Don't want to be jumping into the first candle and just about anything. But look at ETFC as I talk about that.
You've been trading E-Trade, huh?
I'm telling you, this stock is coming down.
E-Trade, I think.
Doesn't look at the daily chart on ETFC. It doesn't make sense for a stock to announce that it's going to have free commission, get knocked down to $35, bounce back all the way to 40, where it was trading when it was making commissions.
Yeah, I mean, I think
it doesn't make sense.
I think
there's nothing there.
I think over the long run, I think E-Trade is one of the weaker platforms, because Thinkorswim has the better platform. Let's all be real here. Thinkorswim has the much better platform, and this is Thinkorswim right here. Like, the platform you see me using is Thinkorswim. Way better platform. If they're both free commissions and Thinkorswim has the better platform, I don't know why anybody would go to E-Trade. I really don't. Thinkorswim's just a better platform. All right, CGC getting a big spike up here, but there's a little bit of a spread. Get the spread to even out. I might take a little bit. Oh no, that's AMD.
Netflix got some bag buys there, guys, at 283s. You want to see those 283s get knocked out.
I don't hate CGC here with like a risk of this opening low at 20.08, but it's just got to get up there. I might have missed it. It got up to 03. The spread was 6 cents though, so it just kind of cancels out any favorable risk reward there. SPY.
What about CGC?
Just rebounded.
CGC back up there.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Like I said, the spread's like, it was 6 cents, and so that hurt any reasonable risk reward chance. But I was watching it. If it gets up there, I'll consider it. The SPY is reversing here though. The SPY is it started out down, and then it completely reversed, and now it's back testing the highs now.
And the low to that move was where, guys? We wanted to see 298 break. Where does it go to? Right near 298, 298.03s.
Yeah, I got in with 100
shares.
That
bounce.
I got in with 100. Ooh, I got to get out of this thing. Short. Yeah, I got to get out. Which is, again, I'm glad I'm taking small size these first trades. So a $12 loss on CGC. Just a big squeeze. And again, I kind of broke my own rules, which is don't trade in the first 5 minutes, because that's going to be coin flips a lot of the time. MU is actually down at the VWAP though here. And so I think trading small at first can kind of get my feet wet a little bit with trading, and then transitioning back to larger sizing later on, which statistically has been, look at CGC just fake me out. But statistically, the late morning has been much better, per my stats. Dude, I kind of like CGC again here now. I don't want to jump right back into it.
That was a crossover move and the bounce there. 2015s
I like it
was
now.
my entry. At least crossed over for me. and it was the entry was there at 2015. The risk was right above it at 2020, and looking for you could have looked for that good 10-cent move right back down.
Maybe I'm getting
Boom.
stubborn here with CGC. I just jumped in with another 100 shares, but it's 100 shares. I think that I like this move after this rejection. There we go. I like the move after the rejection. Once we got a rejection there, the volume's actually a little bit low, but I think it looks
Tron
weak.
looks good too. Just to point out a different one if you guys aren't in this one. Kron looking good. It broke down there about 15, 20 cents.
Yeah, I'm looking at ACHN. It's just kind of narrow, which is what I was kind of concerned about. But there we go with CGC. I mean, I'm only with 100 shares. Again, I'm going to trade small at the open to just kind of get my feet wet, hopefully build up a little bit of cushion, and then kind of really make my attack my moves later on in the morning is what I think I'm going to do.
All right, guys. Netflix fully recovered and looking strong, heading towards resistance there. Looking to see what's going to happen at 287 for Netflix.
I'm also looking at SNBR. SNBR, that one doesn't look bad either. There goes the market, though. The market is actually squeezing up and just broke highs, and then it actually just got rejected again, though, here. So I think it's the wise move to trade small right now because the market hasn't picked a direction. It's just kind of sideways, and I think when you get sideways markets, it's choppy, way more difficult to trade overall. So there goes the market. So the market actually just broke highs, and it is above the high of the open now. So it's at the SPY is at 298.40s now, and so with that, I might get a squeeze with this one too. But choppy market right now. Sideways. We just broke highs, though. We'll see if we could actually pick a direction on the upside now. I'm not super worried about this one on CGC. It's just kind of a feeler trade overall. But yeah, there goes the market. It's up to 298.40s. Yeah, a little bit of weirdness with CGC. And yeah, if this would have been one of those ones that I lost on, I'd be so frustrated because of this. And so I think taking small sizing at the open like this is just the smart move because especially at the open, it's been very, very difficult to trade some of these.
So the key here is to not it's not really about profits. It's not really about strategy here. It's about kind of getting the mojo going. One of the hardest things of trading is getting through the first trade, whether that be positive or negative results. A lot of traders have struggle once they're done with that first trade, or they get into that first trade controlling the emotion. So one of the best things that you can do there is limit the emotion. Best way to limit the emotion,
scale down.
Scale down.
Yep.
That's it.
And you can see how, you can see why I've been getting faked out a lot with these moves. Like, just watching this, with 100 shares, I can hold through it. I don't really care about it. But with 1,000 shares, I'm going to be out of this thing way earlier than this because, again, it's just it's super volatile. Right. It's so volatile right now. Look how volatile this thing is. It goes up to the highs, back down to the lows. Not volatile per se, but choppy, low volume, and squeezy, I guess is the best word for it. Squeezish. And I can hold 100 shares and just let it kind of work here. There we go. There we go. All right, I'm going to get out there. Beautiful move here with the 100 shares.
This one should probably be down on the day.
All right, I'm going to get out there. So nice little win there. Let's see how much I made. I made about 20-something bucks on that one, but I caught the move down finally with CGC. Beautiful move, up a small amount on the day. We're going to keep working here. But yeah, that was ideal. But again, with 100 shares, I can hold it through this move and not really care about it. But let's see what I made on that trade. I made like 30 bucks. Small size. Again, I'll take some bigger sizing a little bit later on.
All right, guys. One
What's
that
up,
I'm
Stephanie?
keeping a close eye on, guys, is AVYA, guys. Even though this one has slowed down in volume, looking for a pickup or a breakdown in this one, just because the gap up, the extension to the top, or the breakdown here could be big on both sides.
I'm laughing at what Jared said. Jared said, "Yeah, observe the market, bro. She's like the sea. She fluctuates like the demon-possessed butterfly that she is." I like it. I like it. But no, man, Mike says he just lost on VI. He lost his account on VIVE. Man, that's tough, brother. That's tough, man. What did you long or short it? What did VIV do? I'm guessing you longed it.
Yeah.
That's tough, bro.
Tough one.
Very difficult stock to trade. Very difficult. So hang in there, brother. What's up, Stephanie? Welcome to the team. Yeah, we do this for free live on stream every day, Stephanie. So hit that subscribe button if you haven't. And we hope you'll join us again tomorrow. We're not experts or gurus here. We're really not. We just let people watch us day trade for free, upload all of our content for free, you know, teach classes on stuff that we've learned along the way for free. But again, we're not experts or gurus here. So if that's what you're looking for, not the right place, you know.
I think Vive is a classic case of what I said, that 3 million or 9 million shares that you saw on October 1st, that was what got it up here. And you have to see buyers. You have to see buyers step up in the market before you can go long. And I think this was a classic case of it looked perfectly for our long. I can see the flag. I can see even why buying it. But as soon as it gets near that $10, no one stepped up.
Honestly,
no one
guys,
stepped up to buy it at $10, and
yeah,
it got hit hard by somebody at 970s.
Honestly, guys, this is another thing I really need to consider here, right? And while I'm looking at this, I can't be too upset because the spread is like 15 cents. But I need to start attacking, like the VWAP fade was originally built for a very specific strategy, right? The strategy was you look for overextended gap ups and then wait for downward moves from them at the open. And like that's exactly what we had on SNBR. And that's why I said I was kind of waiting for this one. I just kind of missed it, but I'm kind of bummed out because this is a very good fade right here. Very obvious, self-evident, you know, clear fade that I missed on SNBR. Really, really like that one. And again, maybe I should start attacking these on these up gappers that are overextended. With that said, though, CGC is starting to bounce back to the VWAP here, and I could consider shorting it again. I've already made a little bit of money on it. But again, I'm glad I took small sizing with this first trade because there was no way that I would have held through this big squeeze up here with 1,000 shares. I would have gotten stopped out immediately with this squeeze up here. So glad I took small size because I don't think it would have been a green trade if it was larger size. But yeah, I'm just gonna wait here. We'll see what we get. Market is still pushing up. We just broke 300 viewers, guys. Remember to hit that subscribe button. We day trade live on stream every day for free on YouTube, guys. So click the subscribe button. Like I said, our goal for subs today is to break 14,190 subscribers. So that is about 34 subscribers for this stream. Let's try to hit that, guys. Click the subscribe button. We do this live for free every day, and we're not experts or gurus here. We just let people watch us trade. All right, team. Let's see what else we can find here today.
I got a stock uptrending. Got MIK going up. Prawn still looking good. That dropped 30 cents.
Hey, appreciate the sub, ASAP. Welcome to the team, brother. Appreciate it, man. Thanks for the subscribe, bro. CGC did fade on that follow-through move there.
Hey, man, I said it pre-market. I had a feeling these ones already priced in the move. So
Yeah,
they head down to supports. I have no problem kind of trading these.
Yep.
Especially when you get good moves like this. The risk to reward was definitely there on a lot of the pot stocks.
Right. Very solid. How long have you been live and how long will you be live? We are live generally every weekday morning from 8:15 market time all the way until what? Like 11:30 market time. So
Hey
basically
guys,
the
the
morning.
stock really strong. MIK daily chart breakout is on $10, and this is kind of a weekly play also.
PSV showing up on my scanners here, guys. PSV starting to rip. So if you like penny plays, PSV running. And yeah, and this one's showing up on my Trade Ideas scanner. So if anybody wants to check out Trade Ideas while they're here, I'll post this link too. Best scanners in the game, in my opinion. Super customizable. If you look at all the big time traders, and you'll realize that a large majority of them use Trade Ideas. And so I'll post this link if anybody wants to check that out. You can use BT15 to get 15% off as well if you use my promo code. So check them out. All right, well, the market is actually pulled back down to test the VWAP here. If we look at the SPY, this is the market today. The SPY is up slightly, but we'll see if it holds support here. You can see that opening range high is right there. So this is kind of a big level at 298.40. We'll see if it holds there. See where the previous close on the SPY was. It's way up there, so it's still got a long way to climb. Yeah, look, it is bouncing right there at that level. CGC, man. CGC's in a nice little downtrend now. Somebody asked me a good question. Let me see. Let me find it. They said, does it affect your trading thinking to be on live, trying to entertain us for free, which is why you do better in trades off air? Absolutely. It absolutely is. It's why sometimes I'll trade off stream. And again, like, I always try to be as transparent as I can. I always show my trade log. But in the end, like, we're not experts or gurus here anyway. But yeah, most certainly I'm more comfortable off stream trading. And I think that's anybody. I think anybody's going to be more comfortable off stream. I stream because of transparency reasons. And I mean, you guys can follow my account balance regardless, you know. But that's why, you know, I do better off stream. Absolutely. And it just is what it is. I mean, it's part of it. I still stream, and I'm still going to trade on stream, but that's part of it, you know. IPWR Classic Pump and Dump. Let me look. Yeah, that one was going crazy today. Yeah, it's sideways now. A big level that it's confirmed now is this 385, 387 level. You know, 387, 385, big level here. Really probably $4 for IPWR. Like, if you look at this one, it's confirmed this low right here twice, 3 times right here. You can see the confirmation, 1, 2, 3. And so if it breaks that level, that's it could get very weak. And so that's what I would watch for IPWR. It's sideways, but if it breaks underneath this 380s level, it looks good. I wish I understood some of these terms and what some of the numbers you say mean. What numbers and terms? I'll tell you. I live in Germany, so my time is different. Oh, nice. Hey, welcome from Texas. You know, from Texas. But go Saints. That's all I'm saying. SNBR pulling back. And again, I could consider this one. I could risk off of this move here at 54.
All right, guys. Tell me if you guys see anything super trending in one area.
CGC's trending down, I think.
Yeah. The problem with that one is I already missed the move on that one.
All right, there goes IPWR, guys. Remember what I said. IPWR, when it breaks that 380s level, it could get really weak. So here's it testing, and it just broke. And so we'll see if I was correct with this one. I could be wrong. It could bounce here, but again, I think that with all the confirmations it's had at this level, I think a move down to at least 370 looks reasonable here for it. Alright, so we actually got a bounce there. So maybe this is a fourth confirmation there. And it could bounce up here, I guess. Again, I think this is solidifying that big obvious level there. And yeah, we'll see what happens. Like I said, I could be wrong. It might bounce up. Who knows?
All right, guys. Taking a trade here on
PSV.
MIK.
Oh, here, let me throw you up.
All right, guys. So we got the break right here of this long-term pattern looking for a move to 10. Risk right now is 960. Don't want it below 960. Only took 200 shares in this. It's going to be a small time trade here. But let me also take a look at what you guys talked about in the chat.
There we go. Is the standard subscription for Trade Idea scanners worth it for new traders? It all depends. That's kind of a loaded question. It really depends. There goes what was it? IPWR breaking under that level I talked about. It's still testing it right now at 380s. Probably stopped a few people out before it continues to go down. Is what it looks like. But it's all subjective, man. Some people are going to find better use for it. It depends on how much money you have. You know, it depends on what strategies you're using. It depends on, you know, what process you're at as a trader. As a brand new trader, it just depends. If you're trading momentum, I would say it certainly is. If you're trading momentum. If you are trading other stuff, it just depends. You know, it's a great scanner. And like I said, I think if you're going to get a scanner, it's the best scanner in the game, you know, for sure. But it just depends on how you trade, man. But yeah, there goes IPWR. Like I said, down to 370s. There it is. Called that one out. Broke that low here. Still moving down. And now the next level for this one would be to see if it holds that previous low at 380s as resistance now, because that previous support turns into resistance. So yeah, there's 360s on IPWR.
Nice one today was Square.
How do you determine to buy on a 1 or 5 minute chart? It depends on if you're scalping, if you're holding it for a long-term day trade. Rome, it all depends, man. You know, there's gonna be some people are gonna trade both. Like it's all subjective. Some people are gonna make 5 minute charts working. I say for entries, I think a 1 minute chart's objectively better for entries specifically. But for the overall story of the stock, yeah, there goes IPWR down to 360s. 360 now. So called that one out, guys. I hope somebody took advantage of IPWR. I can't trade it. It's not tradable for me. But yeah, this is the move I was looking for. Broke under that low. Hope somebody took advantage of it.
Yeah, this trade's gonna be a little bit slower. If you want, you can come back.
Okay. Yeah, just let me know. But yeah, look at IPWR here, guys. This is the move I called out. Remember, I put the 3 arrows right here to show you the confirmation, and that if it broke under this low, there's the move. You know, so hope somebody took advantage of it.
And hope somebody got a good short on CGC or Cron. All right, let's see what else.
SPY pulling up to the VWAP. SPY's still choppy and sideways though, team. So just be careful. Like I said, I'm taking it a little slow today, and I'm still gonna trade big size, but I'm waiting for my setups here, and I gotta wait for my good setups. There goes ACHN Scott pulling that red to green move. I think Mitch called that one out. There it goes up to 644s. So
at where? Where did they hold?
What at the lows?
Yeah.
At 633. Yeah.
I called out 630.
But technical analysis doesn't work, man. It doesn't work, you know? So,
and that one just clearly given to you in the SEC report.
Yeah.
Where they were going to buy up the stock. They weren't going to buy it up higher than they already bought it. So they need to let it at least get to the price that they bought it at.
It's also the low of pre-market. That's 633. That's like the exact low of pre-market too, or prior to this at least.
And so what happens down there? Bag buyers take chance.
Yep.
Because it's already the low. It already gave me a prior history to that touch. I can go off that touch, set my stop beneath that, keep it tight, and look for a big bounce up.
Yep. Vive halted on the way down. Uh-oh, somebody's getting hurt with this one.
Yeah, Vive was just a classic stock, like I told you. If you don't look at the daily chart, the daily chart got pumped early
Right.
on, and
Yep.
then this spike happened. As soon as the spike happened, guess who was selling at the open?
Yep.
All the people that bought
Pump,
back
pump,
then,
pump. Yeah.
that
Honestly,
bought it at $5 and
right.
they
Look,
blew it through.
look at this pre-market action though. This beautiful flag pattern here.
Yeah.
Perfect flag pattern in pre-market, and I don't even trade in pre-market, but look at that flag. I mean, you can't deny that flag right there. And then look at the breakout from it, just boom. So
Oh,
some nice action there. All right, team. So just kind of hanging out now. AMD's ripping up. Get away from my entries here. Maybe look for a VWAP bounce in MU. Just depends on what the SPY does here.
I didn't see the VWAP on that one.
Or which one?
Uh, Vibe.
Oh, the VWAP is far at 830s. Yeah, so the VWAP's way above it now.
Yeah, I was just about to say this looks like it's heading towards below 6, and
Yeah.
before I say that, it just gaps down to 572.
Yeah, man. We'll see. I mean, like I said, these are the stocks that like I said this morning, guys, these are the stocks I love to buy put options on. A lot of times new traders will get stuck in these, though. A lot of times new traders will see a huge parabolic mover, and this one's up like what? 400%? You know, this one's up like 400%, 350%. And new traders will see that and they'll say, oh, well, it's got to be strong, right? It's up 350%. But more experienced traders will say, okay, it's up 350%. It's a little extended now. It's overextended. You know, maybe let's look to short it. And that's my thought process, at least. And I'm not saying looking at it from a bullish perspective is wrong, because you have stocks like SES that just kind of ripped up earlier this week after this huge gap up, you know, and after these big runs, they just continued to run all the way until yesterday. But I think a lot of the time these are going to fail, and especially if you look at these a month later. One of the best, if you look at these a month later, they're one of the best probability shorts that you can get into with regard to like put options in general. I think those make a lot of sense. What's up, Omar? What's up, brother? Opinion on CGC uptrend or still going down? I mean, it's still going down. I might look to short it if it pulls back to the VWAP. It just depends. I got to look at some of the other levels here, and I don't mind it because the previous support from yesterday is at 1990, and so I think that gives me a really obvious risk level there. But we'll see. It could start pushing up. It could squeeze up. Who knows? Look at IPWR, and this is one of the reasons I want to start trading this type of stock, is because I caught out this move exactly on the nose here. It broke under 380s after it confirmed it. You guys remember I drew these arrows. And then when it broke underneath it, I said, let's look for that previous support to turn into resistance at around 380s. And look, right around here, exactly where I drew my line, where does it go? It pulls up to that level, and now that level holds as resistance. This is Technical Analysis 101, but sometimes these big crazy fails from the gap ups are very, very reliable with regard to like support and resistance confirmations. So it did exactly what I thought it would. We'll see what happens, but one of the reasons I kind of got an itch to trade some penny stocks again is because, as you can see, I could probably trade these fairly well just because I've traded them a lot in the past. But yeah, we'll see. Still looking at SNBR, looking at MU. SPY is down, but still sideways. When is the stream ending? Probably like an hour or so. Maybe a little bit longer. I don't know. Just depends on how long we trade. Probably around an hour, I guess. And remember, guys, hit that subscribe button. Let's keep building. I think we're up 10 subs now. We just got to keep moving. So remember, guys, hit that subscribe button. Click the bell. Turn on notifications. If you want to see us live again, hit the subscribe button. We do it for free every weekday morning on YouTube. We're not experts or gurus here. We just let people watch us trade for free and teach people what we've learned along the way. So hit the subscribe button, team. Let's keep growing. Bingo here, BNGO, is starting to break out. So check out BNGO. Nobody sing Bingo, the song. Oh, it's halted.
All
Yeah.
right.
Makes kind of sense there.
Looks like I got my cross in BBVY, but I'm just now seeing it. That one's looking good too. Too bad I didn't see it
Yep.
a couple of minutes ago, 5 minutes ago.
Buy what now, Hilly? Buy Apple. Do it now. Do it now. Buy Apple. No. That example was typical change of polarity trade, quite often used by Nyssen. Yeah, I mean it's just technical analysis 101. It's what it generally shows, right? It's a gap fail is what it is. So you got a big gap up. Eventually it breaks lows where it confirmed. All the traders see that. Like if we look at IPWR, this is basically the breakdown. You got to look at the psychology behind these trades, right? And basically you have this big overextended gap up. It finally confirms these lows and breaks it. And then once it breaks it, everybody sees this weakness, right? So they jump in for the short-term breakout right here. Like the people are jumping in for the short-term breakdown right here. And then once it gets to a certain level, they're going to start covering their positions. And so they're going to start covering their positions. And that's when you get this bounce right here. And it's from most of the time it's from people just covering their short positions that they had right here. And then once you get back up to this resistance level that it confirmed many times previously, then people are a little bit more willing to short it again, and so then you get the breakdown again, and vice versa, and that's kind of the psychology behind it. But again, it's just an overextended gap fail. Once you get this big reversal and all this weakness, people start looking at it on the short side.
Yeah, I definitely missed one there in BBY, but just we'll let it go.
How long do you guys trade for, including off live? I don't know. It just depends. That changes each day. Usually, I'll be done trading by noon for sure. I rarely trade past noon. Yeah, I'm just kind of waiting here. Not seeing too much that I really like right now.
Yeah, lots in the red.
Yep. SPY is just sideways though. If we look at it, look at the SPY here. Very narrow range right here on the SPY. You can see just sideways. We'll see. I mean, SPY might get weak here. There goes BNGO. It just resumed. So BNGO resumed. It went up to 150. It looks like. Yeah, exactly 150, half dollar, and then got rejected there. But 150 is a big psychological level as well. So we'll see what happens. But it's super volatile, getting halted and resuming.
There you go, guys. There's a good down move there in SPY down to 298s.
Yep, SPY just broke lows. Let's see if it holds there now. It could bounce here, but if it breaks here and holds this resistance, it could get really weak. You could also look at the low of pre-market at 297.90s, 298. That might cause some support there. But if it breaks, it looks really weak. There goes BNGO over 155. But yeah, ACHN, kind of what I thought. I don't think my advice was bad to Scott. Kind of the same thing that I thought happened. I thought it would stay in a narrow range. And that's basically what we got with it. I think my advice to Scott was hold it. It might stay in a narrow range. Keep a tight stop, but... CGC still breaking lows, though.
Yeah, I think this is one that the Agos can pull it down to $6. So be careful, guys, with what we call an Ago wash, or they wash it to the price that they want to buy it at, which I think would be their $6.
Look at CGC just broke lows. Kron still looking weak. The one that was moving yesterday was APHA.
I would have loved to attack those on fades today.
Yeah.
I just couldn't attack them because I got an opening cross.
Yeah, I mean, fades have always worked better on cannabis stocks and microchip stocks. Those are the ones that I've done really well on with fades and bounces. It's just attacking those over and over again. If I start to branch off and try to trade too many of them, like SQ or like Roku or or BBBY. If I branch off and trade those, they generally do not work as well. And so fades and bounces on cannabis stocks have always worked really really well.
I think one of the biggest things to remember is that we don't remember is the price action and seeing a big seller at the open. Because if you're not getting that, you're not really even supposed to get the VWAP bounce. Because if there's no seller, even if the stock goes down 30, 40 cents, then it doesn't mean that it's going to come right back down again.
Right.
I think this is the biggest thing to remember when trading the VWAP fade is you need to see big volume at the open and a big seller show up in the price action. That's going to help bring the stock breaking through the lows and then bouncing it up. I think a lot of times we forget the strategy. It was meant for it to break support with big volume. And if you're not getting that big volume breakage through support, then that's not the one to take.
Yep.
That's the B or C move versus the A plus move where you're getting a big time breakdown through a big time support.
Yeah.
I want to show you guys BBBY so you guys can see this actual trade in action, but I'm still stuck in MIK here. Just trying to keep an eye on it. Might just change it to another screen.
Yeah, Roku. What's up, Sid? Sid asked about Roku. I didn't trade Roku, mostly because honestly I wasn't really watching it. But looking at it, it had a really pretty fade right here. What is going on with my chart? There it is. Roku had a really nice fade right here too. And if it pulls back, I could consider it. It's just about what my sizing. I would have to risk about 60 cents, about 55 cents really, which doesn't look terrible. But I gotta figure out my sizing here.
All right, guys. So you can pull up my screen here. If I don't know if you're in a trade.
No, I'm not.
All right. So this is essentially what we need, guys, and what we need to take trades on. So right here, we clearly got the crossover on a 5-minute chart. This stock was in a bearish trend pre-market, was heading down towards the open, got a spike, pulled back, created the pattern where it was holding and creating consolidation. Then once you got the crossover, we got this breakout through the resistance, which was here at 1210. We're looking to go ahead, and once we break through that 1210, we need to see the extension. The extension there was 7 cents up. So we're going to look for a pullback there to where we can risk 7 or 10 cents somewhere in that area and look to take a long. It pulled back to 1208, 1207. You probably would have got in closer near that 1209 entry, and then you could have risked towards where the crossover happened, which was 12. 12 was right here when the crossover happened, so that you could risk to 12, 10 cents down, got the push right back up there through the 20s and through the 25s up there to 28, which was where, guys? At the next resistance level. And then you could look at the next resistance level, which was 1235 if you wanted to hold some shares and get up to that next level.
Yeah.
That's the strategy. I just got to find the right trade with it.
I'm kind of looking at APHA here. APHA was the one that kind of went crazy the last few days. But I got to wait for some pullbacks here to the VWAP. And I don't mind considering any of these like CGC, APHA, Cron. But we just need the pullback to the VWAP. We'll see what we get. What else was I going to say? Oh, yeah, guys. Hit that subscribe button. See you, Stephanie. Hit that subscribe button, guys. Click the bell. Turn on notifications. We go live every single weekday morning for free on YouTube. And so help support us. Show us your support here. If you want to join us again and watch us, remember to hit the subscribe button. We do this for free live every single day.
So I got MIK still holding, guys. MIK still holding well. To tell you the truth, guys, if I was going for kind of money in this trade, this is probably an ad area in the 65, 66 area. But I'm just going to let the trade play out. Remember, guys, I'm just trying to see the strategy, play the strategy, execute the strategy, rinse in, rinse out until we can get to the point where there's not going to be the thinking and it's going to be strictly mechanical moves. That's what I'm trying to do, trying to build it up, and got to keep doing it and keep seeing the trades happen in real time so that you can get better at the strategy and execute. That's what you
Right.
practice when you're paper trading. And I'm trying it live, but with small share size to control my emotions and get work through kind of the kinks.
Yep. I'm in a SQ short with just 150 shares right now. I'm looking for the VWAP fade, and maybe I'm just kind of forcing it. But again, I'm trading pretty small still, and I still got a decent amount of room today specifically, just because I'm trading pretty small right now, and I'm just gonna wait for some good setups. Or hope the SPY rejects here, because a lot of times SQ will follow the SPY pretty closely. But again, I still got some room. My risk level in this trade is at around 25, 26 or so. Roku's getting back up there too. I might
Okay,
look at
break
APHA
there.
too.
All right, looking to get in one of them here. I can get to it. ED 68.
All right, so the SPY got flushed back down to 17s. Let's see if it holds there. That should be good for me in SQ here, but
Dang it. Might not be able to get my entry on one that I wanted to take right now. See, the cross already happened on the last candle. I got the bounce there to get in, but we're right to 68 right when I was on it. I wanted 68. It's going to be a little frustrating getting to it a second. Come on, at least get 65s. I'll take 65s.
all right, so SQ's trying to squeeze up here. I think it's like I said. I think this one's following the market to a certain extent. I'm only down $10 on the day, so I'm still keeping it pretty small because this isn't really an A plus setup or what I would consider an A plus setup.
All right, there you go.
See if it gets rejected here. I like my risk at around 20.
All right, I'm in another trade here, guys. DAL.
Yeah, you're
MIK
up.
is doing well. MIK is doing well, so I'm going to look to see this breakout here, guys. So let me show you DAL also.
I think it's just DAL. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry about that. Got a little
There you
excited
go.
there. All right, guys, let's get into this trade. So you guys see the crossover. We're in a bullish. It tried to break out there at 54.10s. And then we got the crossover right here, guys. Crossover right there. Risk needs to be up here at 53.80s. I was able to get in there at 67s. Only 100 shares here. So just enough to take the trade and get in it. Let's see what happens here.
All right, so Roku did reject there. I'm about break even in it so far. I don't mind adding to it here if it bounces back up to the VWAP and then just risking off of this tight level up here at 15. But I'm up a small amount. It's kind of a break-even trade right now. But we'll hold this 150 shares. We got a big range here to take advantage of, hopefully. So maybe we'll build some cushion up and then take some bigger swings later with that cushion. Or if we get stopped out here, it's going to be very small regardless. SPY squeezing up, which is going to be worse for me for sure with this one. I don't mind adding to it up here though at 63s. There's a rejection, so it just kind of rejected and flushed back down.
All right, guys, got to be careful here with the DAL. 53.80s need to reject. If not, we get out.
Pokemon, oh you're my best friend. I was singing my son the Pokemon song this morning. All right, there's 90s. I'll throw this up. Oh wait, well, I'm break even now.
As long as you don't sing the "Spread That Ass"
Yeah,
song.
no.
Even my girlfriend couldn't handle that joke.
Yeah, don't say that, man. YouTube might think it's the other word, bro.
I try to specifically stay on the word for a
I
little
know.
while.
I'm just saying, the joke might even get us in trouble, man. The joke might get us in trouble. Yeah, I'm gonna throw me up since yours is just kind of hanging out, just because I'm in this
Yeah.
trade. I'll just let them see this trade real quick.
No stress, guys. I'll let you guys know how it works, anyways.
Like I said, I'm in SQ here, trading small.
Yeah, you're trading bigger than me, at least.
I just took half off there, holding. No, I'm not. 75 shares. And so yeah, I got out a little bit there, just protecting myself some. I'm gonna let this last 75 really, really work. But yeah, no, I'm trading with 75 shares now. Again, it wasn't an A+ setup for me, and so there's no reason to go crazy. VIVE is back up there though. But yeah, that'll at least protect me in this trade some. Look at ACHN. Ooh, that one just tanked. 625s. I think that's the one Mitch was talking about with the algo wash, right?
Yep. It's just too close to the support, not getting the buys that were needed. All right, guys, about to get out of DAL.
Yeah, I'll throw you back up. This one looks to be break even for me now. Not really much action. Let me throw Mitch up here.
About to just step out. If I see any 82s go through.
I might add the 75 shares right back. Oh, I was going to add some more back there. I don't mind adding at that spot on this bounce back to the VWAP, but I guess I'll let Roku hopefully flush here. The SPY's squeezing up, which is generally going to be worse for me with stocks like Roku here and SQ here. Actually, I'm in SQ. I thought I was in Roku. But it's generally going to be worse for me. But again, I took profits to where it's like no matter what, it's not going to be a big loss.
All right, I'm out. Not going to take that chance of it breaking out there. Just stepping out there, taking the controlled and measured risk to reward.
Yeah, for sure. All right, I'll throw me back up. All right, like I said, I'm in SQ here. It's roughly break even. I mean,
no.
I could consider adding to this one here on SQ. I don't mind it. I like the downward action. Risk level would be up here at 15 now. But yeah, Scott, I hope you got out of there, bro. Hey, nice Tyrell. Killing it, man. Killing it, brother. Congrats, bro. Why is Lyft more expensive than Uber? Lyft has literally tens of millions more app downloads for starters. Lyft's been around longer, for sure. All right, I'm going to add another 75 shares here. I'm back with 150 shares, keeping it about break even on the day here. I don't mind adding a little bit more to SQ and then just keeping my risk pretty small here at 63.15. I'll probably be down slightly if it goes against me, but not much. And I like that level as my risk. I think that level makes a lot more sense. And I really might add another 50 here, just get in with 200 shares. Just depends on how it looks and how I want to approach it. But again, at the same time, though, we do have the SPY starting to run up. And if the SPY starts to get really bullish here, it's going to get worse for me in this one for sure, because this is a big high cap stock.
Be careful. That was a pretty strong run up there on the SPY.
Yeah, I'm watching it for sure. It's at 298, and I'll be okay. Like I'm about break even on the day, and the sizing is so small that I'm not super concerned about it either way. It's just kind of break even day right now. There's fives. This is where I would add. I guess I'll add here and get it with 200 shares. This is what I call a VWAP fake out fade if it does follow through. And I mean, it might not. The SPY's running up, which is much worse for me in this trade. But I like it because it shows weakness and it's a psychological trade, so to speak, range bound trade. It's what I call a VWAP fake out fade. And so I'm in with 200 shares now. Profit target is down here at 62.60. You all right, bro?
A little hungry.
All right, so there goes SQ. It's down to 97s. We'll see if it follows through here. Again, with the SPY moving up, it probably won't. But it's just such a tight risk, and I've already built up some profits that I can keep it pretty break even. I might be down like 10 or 15 bucks if this one squeezes up against me, which is fine either way. Yeah, VIVE kind of looks like a VWAP fade. And now, I generally don't trade these on stocks like this, but it does look like a fade for VIVE. It's a little bit too late. Up there at $8 would have been the entry. Pokemon, oh, you're my best friend. My son, I was singing that with my son. My son was watching it this morning, so I was singing it to him.
Ooh.
Y'all should be glad y'all didn't hear me. But now I got the Pokemon song stuck in my head.
Getting too excited about cannabis stocks. I gotta stop. That cannabis gets me going.
Yeah, man. Look at VIVE. There it goes. I called it out. VIVE faded beautifully there, too. And so penny stocks do fade, too. There's 93s. I'm only on with 200 shares, so I'm just going to hang out with this. I like it, though. This is what I call a fake out fade. And maybe I should just wait for those. If this works out, maybe I'll consider just looking for VWAP fake out fades from now on. But VIVE did fade really, really nicely there. That was a very pretty fade for this penny stock. Parabolic move. What's my take on ACB?
Pretty much the same as all the cannabis.
Yeah, just cannabis stock getting hit. But yeah, guys, if y'all want to use the same platform as us, there's a lot of benefits to using them, and new traders can get started for pretty cheap in the market. And like that, again, that's one of the huge benefits of using them. Here goes the squeeze up on SQ. But again, I'm right around break even, so I'm okay. But yeah, if you want to use the same platform as us, I'll post this link here. Their base package, the intro package, is super cheap for new traders to get started. Once you're approved for the funded account, it comes with 14,000 in buying power to trade with, and there's no PDT rule, so you can day trade and short as much as you want. And I think that alone is a huge benefit for new traders. I think most of the time, new traders end up depositing thousands into conventional platforms. And then let's be honest, most of the time, new traders are going to lose their first account. And this is just a much cheaper option. And to be fair, I think most traders are going to lose this account too. But it's just a much cheaper way to get started. It also comes with a trading course, access to their chat room, and a demo account. And so I think that bundle is a way for new traders to save a ton of money, get started trading, and really save some money. Most new traders are going to lose, and I think this is just a cheaper way to get started. And so if you want to check that out, it's a great way to help support our channel as well. We do make a commission if you sign up through us, and so it's a great way to help support us. And so I'll post this link here if anybody wants to check it out. There's the link. Check out our platform. All right, guys, let's see how many subs we're up today. Let's keep pushing. All right, we are up 15 subs today. We got another 15 to go, guys. We need more subscribers. Hit that subscribe button. Let's do this. We do this live for free every day, for free on YouTube. We don't charge people for anything. We day trade for free. We let people watch us trade, and we break down the strategies that we're using, teaching people what we've learned along the way. And we do it for free live on stream every single weekday morning. And so click the subscribe button, guys. Help show your support. If you click the bell, you're going to get a notification every time we go live, and so you'll be able to catch our live stream. And so click the bell as well. Turn on notifications. Click the subscribe button, team. Let's keep growth. Let's keep going. Let's keep growing. Appreciate all the subs today. ASAP, Pradeep, Eric, Dragon. What's up, brother? Appreciate that sub, man. Welcome to the team, Dragon.
All right, gonna look to see if we're gonna get a kind of a rejection here off of 298.60s, and then a quick move right below the VWAP there for the SPY. A move above this 298.60s I think we start getting a bullish run again. But if we reject right there, we'll probably get right back below VWAP.
Yeah, I'm just kind of hanging out with SQ here. It's not really doing much. It's staying in a pretty narrow range in between 62.90 and 63.05. You can see this range here. My risk is up here, so like this area is my risk. But you can see a very obvious range right here. And so this is the range I have to watch for the breakout of. Right there. And we just got to be careful. I mean, either way, again, I mean, I'm keeping it pretty break even if this one goes against me. But we can see the very obvious range right there. And hopefully we get the breakdown under 62.90 instead of the breakout above 62.05. But here's the SPY ripping up here. SPY just broke highs of the day up to 298.60s. So there goes the SPY ripping up. And yeah, I just got to be prepared to get out here. Which is no worries either way. You know, if it stops me out again, I'll probably be down like 15 bucks. But I kept it pretty small today. Yeah, there's the break of that range. And you can see what happens when it breaks it. My risk is still way up here, though, at 63.15. And so I still have a little bit of room until it hits my risk. Completely break even in the day now. But yeah, that's what I'm watching now. But yeah, this is what happened, though, is like the SPY broke highs of the day and just ripped up there. Mitch came pretty close, Craig. Good luck, bro. Yeah, Craig, if you want to do the 5-day challenge, I'll post that link here too. Yeah, guys, you can also go check out the demo challenge. It's completely free to enter and to apply to. And the basic way it works is you have 5 trading days to make $500 in net profit. If you can make $500 in net profit while following the rules of the challenge, then you win yourself a free intro package. And again, it's completely free. At the very least, you're going to get a demo account to trade with for a few days. And at the best, you might actually win a free account on TEFs. And so I'll post that link here if anybody wants to check it out. There's the demo challenge link if anybody wants to check it out. There it is. Again, I don't think traders have anything to lose, really. It is a very tough challenge, don't get me wrong. But like I said, I don't think you really have anything to lose. At the very least, you're going to get a demo account to trade with. And at the best, you might win a free package. And so might as well take advantage of the free demo account for 5 days. And so, yeah, there's the link for that if you want to check it out. But, yeah, look at this range, guys. This is the same range I drew. We're just going to hang out here. The sizing's so small now, or so small that I'm not super concerned either way. And, yeah, hopefully we get a washout below. But with the SPY moving up, kind of unlikely. But look at that fade on VIVE. Beautiful fade there. Yeah, no worries, Will. No worries, brother. All right, we're decked down to 96 here. I'm about break even still. Just kind of hanging out. Oh, man. But yeah, you can see the range that I drew here. You know, just a very obvious range. It's still following in this range right here. And until it really breaks that range, it's just kind of boring.
Nice bullish run there in Disney. Disney ripping out a little bit there, following the overall market.
Yep. Market's looking strong. Maybe we'll get it to pick a direction. Even if this trade doesn't work, as long as it picks a direction, you know, it'll be easier for me to trade my bigger sizing trades.
There you go. Big bullish sign there. That's called the 3 advancing soldiers there on the 5-minute for the SPY. We get to the 15-minute.
My boy said the 3 advancing soldiers.
Yeah, that's literally it.
Never heard that, man. Funny name for a strategy, though. But yeah, I've heard. I guess I've heard worse.
That's the candle. That's the 3 candles.
Okay.
Yeah, 3 candles. So big bullish candle there. Let's see if we get a bullish engulfing candle here. That would be a pullback towards the 298.50s and then a breakout towards 299s.
There's 98s. I received 70% of my profit. If you sign up through TEFs for TEFs, yes. So like if basically the way it works is that there's a commission There's a profit split of 70-30, and there's a max loss of 700. Like, basically the way it works is if you get the base package, the intro package, you spend $399. It might be on sale, actually. I'll have to check. You spend anywhere between $350 to $399 depending on when the sale is. Through my link, you get that sale. If you go to their website, it's going to be like $500. But if you get the base package, almost everyone's approved for the funded account program, and once you are, it comes with 14,000 in buying power, no PDT rule. There's a 70-30 profit split, and so it's like if I take that 14K and turn it into 15K and make $1,000 in net profit, they keep 300 and I keep 700. But then there's also a $700 max loss, but you're paying $350 to $399, so you're paying close to half that for these packages, and you're getting twice as much to lose. And so risk reward wise, it makes sense. And they only take the profit split out of your profit. They don't take it out of your losing trades. They don't take it out of, like, if you're down in the account, they're not going to take it out. It's literally only on profit. And so again, I think it's a cheap way to get started. You can actually short stocks, and you can short a lot of these IPOs, like the same day IPOs you can short. There's just a lot of benefits to it. So yeah, I'll post that link if you want to check that out as well. Yeah, there's the link. Appreciate the sub today. Latrez, appreciate it, brother. Welcome to the team, man. But yeah, man, I got that damn Pokemon song stuck in my head. Gotta catch 'em on. It's you and me. I was singing it to my son this morning. Now I cursed myself over here, man.
Alright, guys. Trying to see if I get a crossover here in Netflix.
Alright, there's 06, so we're breaking out of that range. Like I said, I gotta be a little bit careful here. I still got a little bit of ways to my risk, and so my risk is still pretty far away. And if we get a rejection here, that's even more confirmation in my direction. But yeah, I mean, it's testing the top of the range here, so I just gotta be careful. Yes, you can short. You can short. With penny stocks, no. Most of the time, you're not going to be able to short. Most of the time, you're not going to be able to trade these penny stocks, and the reason for that is that's one of the biggest cons of using them, in my opinion, is that you can't really trade a lot of these penny stocks. And the reason for that is, like, for them to list a stock in their platform, the stock has to have an average volume of 500,000 shares traded per day. In the last 6 months, I believe is what it is. And so if it doesn't, like, a lot of these penny stocks are recently big movers. We got a beautiful rejection there on SQ, so that's even better for me. But yeah, a lot of these penny stocks are just recent big movers. And so with that, you know, they don't have that average volume that they need. And so that's the biggest flaw in my opinion, of TEFs and TradeNet, to be honest, is that there's not that many penny stocks to trade. There's still some. Like, I could trade NIO, I could trade a few other ones, but that's the biggest flaw for sure. I'm in SQ with small size, just kind of hanging out here, break even. I think Mitch is in something, right?
Just still in MIK, just hanging out. Down a fabulous $2.
Man, you going broke? You going broke?
This is a different trading, guys. This is just to get execution down. So,
yeah.
Fun part is that you can just relax.
Yeah.
There's no stress here. But BBBY, definitely the best crossover of the day. That's still going up.
Yeah. SQ's still hanging out in this range.
It's a nice cross. We talked about it earlier before it got to there. It was at in the 1225s, and I said the next resistance was at 1236, and it broke out towards the 1242s.
I was kind of looking at APHA here. APHA is right up there to the VWAP. That one kind of looks interesting, but it's since fell through.
Yeah, I liked Kron, and it went right up to the resistance.
Yep.
Kron did look good, though.
Just look at this range, guys. Remember, this is the range I drew earlier, and here's a push. Maybe we're going to get a breakout of this range and stop me out here. But, again, it's got to get up here to 15 for me to get out. And even still, it's just a small trade. There's 10. Alright, so we're getting closer to my risk level. Again, I just gotta kind of watch it here. We still have some room, but I gotta be careful. Like I said, I might lose 15 bucks if I do get stopped out here, which is fine. Insignificant amount of money. But I've traded small. Now's the time when I usually start to push a little bit more. So we'll see what we can find after this one, if this one doesn't work out. We'll wait. Yeah, SPY's pushing up to the highs at 298.80s though, so the SPY is up at the highs. SNBR is just getting hammered here. SNBR is just getting absolutely hit. Now the big thing, so now like you can see this, so we pulled back down to 05. The big thing here is it going to hold support where that previous high was, since it did break over it? Hopefully we don't, but we still got to watch and see. But again, I mean, we're all the way back down to 05, so we'll see what we get with that. And like I said, guys, hit that subscribe button. We do this for free every single weekday morning on YouTube. Let's keep growing. Let's keep the subscriber rate up. We're up by like almost 20 subscribers today. So again, click the subscribe button, hit the bell, turn on notifications, smash that like button. Let's see how many likes we got today. I'm showing 33. Let me see. We got 45. Let's try to get that like amount up to 75 likes today. So remember, hit that subscribe button, click the bell. Let's keep growing, guys. We do this for free every day. We're not experts or gurus here. We never claim to be experts or gurus. We generally just let people watch us day trade for free. And so hit that subscribe button if you want to see that every day. And again, you can click the bell, turn on notifications. WLL is just sideways. It's just choppy. It's kind of right in the middle area. Right now, it's just a little sideways and choppy. There's just not enough volume for me to really want to get involved with WLL right now. It's just a little bit too slow for me. Alright guys, well we're hanging out. I'm going to look for some other stuff with Roku acting like this. Or with SQ. I keep thinking I'm in Roku. Just I don't want to get caught in like this pattern right here that I can see. So like I don't want to get caught in this. Like that's not what I want to get caught in. Just a upward trending move above the VWAP. So hopefully it maintains below the VWAP like it is now. And I really like this risk level at 63.15. I think it's confirmed that. And it's also, if we look over here, it's got some confirmation from yesterday and today. So we'll see what happens. But that's what I'm watching right now for this one. Could also break down on the low side, which is what we really want to see here. VIV halted on the way up. Yeah, that's a scary move, honestly. To get halted on the way up like that, like that's a very scary move. Because like this thing went from basically looking weak, maintaining a downward trend. This thing was weak, maintaining below the VWAP, maintaining a downward trend for VEIVE. And this thing went from that to squeezing up and getting halted on the way up. That's kind of sketchy. All right, here's where I got to start exiting this position, guys. I can let it test this once, but I got to be prepared to jump out of this one. We'll give it one more second here. It's right about to hit my... It's hitting my wrist now. But again, we can let it test just in case it quickly gets flushed below. There's 11, and there's the flush below. So again, fake out. And this is why I let it test. But again, a lot of times we're gonna get a quick bounce right here as well. So I gotta be careful still. I'm not out of the woods yet. A lot of times it's gonna immediately bounce right back up here. So let's give it some time. We'll let it test, but we gotta be ready to exit. Yep, there it goes. There's the bounce immediately back up. Exactly, called that one out on the nose too. I've just traded these so much. I can understand how they move to a certain extent. We'll give it one more second, but we'll see if it holds, if it gets rejected, if it keeps pushing up. It's got some resistance above it now. That's why I'm letting it test. And I typically, with my risk levels, that's why I don't set hard stops. Because a lot of times I'm going to let it test once at least.
All right, guys, starting to see that lift that I need to see in Netflix.
All right,
I'll let you guys know as I get in.
I got out of SQ. It ended up squeezing up. Less than $30 loss in the day. Yeah, I mean, I gave it a chance for the fade. I was patient with it, but in the end, I think the SPY squeezed up affected it a lot. But yeah, like I said, I've been keeping it really small on the day. There's the squeeze that I avoided here with it, so I'm glad I got out of it when I did. But again, small day. The only ones I'm really looking at now are APHA, maybe CGC if you can get up there. BNGO keeps getting halted. Let me look. I know BNGO was going crazy earlier today. Whoa. Yeah, BNGO was going nuts right now. Look at this. It's up to 220s. Crazy, crazy move here. And like I said, guys, hit that subscribe button. Let's keep growing. Let's keep getting some more subs. Like I said, we're up by like 15 subscribers today, but we need more, team. We need more. Hit that subscribe button. Let's do this. We do this for free every day. Like I said, we're not experts or gurus here. We generally just let you watch this day trade for free. And that's all we do. So if you appreciate that, like I said, hit the subscribe button, click the bell, turn on notifications. Looking at CGC now, it's got a lot of resistance above it. I like the resistance above it. I also like the $0.50 above it, so I might jump in with like a small size here. And just look to write it down to like 15 and scale into it if it moves up. Now look at VIVE. VIVE has resumed. It's at 850, 865s. Squeeze it up some more here. Finally resumed.
I think we're going to get the cross here in Netflix on the long side. I want to see it push up there to 285s, 25s.
All right, so I just added another 200 shares to CGC. Like I said, I'm going to keep my risk probably at like 63 or so, maybe. Right around here. Looks good. Here, hold on. All right, guys. So yeah, I'm in CGC. We're gonna let this one work. Uh, Try to give it some time, but either way, it's at 55. So I still got some room. Let me see. 55s. Yeah, I'm still only down $50 on the day, and I'm still not seeing anything I like enough to take like a big position on. Like I said, I've been kind of scalping these VWAP plays. Look at VIVE though, man. That one just skyrocketed up. I like CGC's rejection here. Maybe add a little bit more to it if it acts right here. Maybe SQ just faked me out. It might have. It got up to 25, so it broke my risk by like 10 cents. That was either a fake out or it was just me giving myself too tight of a risk with it. It could have been either one. I could see kind of both mistakes there.
Yo, you there?
Yeah, what's up? Yeah, what's up?
Oh no, I just can't. I didn't hear you for a while.
Yeah, I was looking at something else. But yeah, I'm here, brother. Looking at SQ again, holding CGC with a few hundred shares, but a small position. Don't see anything I like enough to take a big position on, honestly. We'll see, though. It's my average here for CGC. My average is 44, just about, so right here. I could have a better average for sure. But if we do get a breakdown underneath there, I'm looking for 15s. So not bad, but I don't really like the average. I could add to it to get a better average here. Uh, there's 53s again. All right, there's 50s. This is where I would usually add. I guess I can try one more here and add in with 300 shares. Like I said, we're looking for CGC to get rejected here. We'll see. We'll give it some time. But that's what we're looking for, is for it to get rejected right around the VWAP here and give it that chance. I wanted a little bit better average. My average is at about 45 now. Still not the greatest, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. You can't short CGC at E-Trade. Yeah, that's one of the benefits of TEFs, is because you can short a lot of these stocks that other people, that is hard to borrow for other people and stuff. It might be. I don't know. I'm looking for it to get rejected here, and I'm maintaining like a 57 risk with this bigger size, so just a small risk. It's 51s. Like I said, I'm in with 300 shares, so this is the largest position of the day, but I'm still keeping it pretty small. Jared, man, if you're listening, brother, I've got my friend Jared that's in the chat texting me. If you're listening, bro, I'll have to explain it to you later, man. I can't right now while I'm in a trade. You know, I got you though. Just give me a second, man. I got you. There's 51s. Yeah, he was asking me what a fade was. A fade is. I'll have to explain it once I'm out of this trade and I'm less stressed out.
That's tough, Kevin. That's a tough thing. That's why we tried to always try to explain that to traders, that shorting isn't as easy as everyone thinks on it, all the brokers. So brokers won't even have a share, like you're saying. You can't even find one share to short CGC on E-Trade. Right. And I would expect that, you know. Not that many brokers have shares to borrow.
Yep.
So
All right.
it's a tough thing.
Here's where I gotta probably get out of CGC here. I'll let it test this one level. I'm about to jump out of it though. 57s. I still haven't found anything that I like to go crazy with, like I've been doing lately. Um, and we'll see. Like I'm trying to be patient, but I'm down less than $100. Yeah, $65 on the day, which is small and not much. Doesn't really mean too much, but again, it's just about waiting to find the good setups. And it's still a little bit early from what I've been doing lately, so we'll see. We'll see what we can find.
Hey, Kevin, I understand that you're going through a little struggle right now. I could understand that too. If I saw a stock a little bit, like 50 cents from my high, and I had a really big profit before, it's just put it in the learning books. Definitely don't let it become a loser. But you know, one of the things is always try to learn from your trading, and you can learn from there that hey, maybe I was being a little greedy. Should have taken at least some profit. It doesn't always have to be a lot, but even the smallest amount can be so
Help with
uh
emotions.
yeah, it's such a mental capital. It's such That's what it really is. It's such giving you that strength and knowing that you took the right trade and that you executed it properly. Sometimes they don't go as well as we want them to, but as long as we can get some of that and we execute the trade, we can look back at our trading and be satisfied. And I think
Right.
that's important, is to look back at your trading and be satisfied the way that you're trading, not necessarily the results, but the way is the important part, guys.
Right. Yeah, somebody said CGC can rip up here. It very easily could for sure. Again, though, I'm looking at, I'm just holding this 57 risk, and my risk is very tight, and I'm just having my hand over the cover button if it does. And I got to give my strategy a chance to work out too. You know, it's kind of right in the middle of the VWAP battling it, so I'm close to my risk level. I'll say that, but I'll let it test that 57 level if it can.
Man,
We gotta watch the level 2 closely here though, because that's one of the biggest things right now is the level 2 moving. Sometimes the
uh,
spread will tighten up. I gotta get a little careful when it does.
just about to take a trade on LK, but the spread just opened up for me. It was at 60 and then 58, but now it just opened up to 1965. So, not
All
going to
right,
go ahead and extend myself.
I'm right at my risk. Right around like exactly at my risk. So I'll give it one more second. Probably gonna just jump out here though. Uh, Letting it test. See what happens. All right, I'm out. I saw it pop up to 60. I'm out. So yeah, it broke up. It might actually get rejected here though. Like I think it might get rejected at 63, which was my original risk. But maybe I scaled into a little bit too big. There's 63. We'll see. But again, less than $75 loss in the day. I haven't seen anything I like enough to really take a big swing. Yeah, fade is a short haircut. I like that. But yeah, this is the original risk level I gave myself right here at 63. I just got into it with a little bit bigger size, and we'll see. Like I said, I'll see if I get into anything else to take my big swing. But again, I gotta recognize about myself that certain parts of my trading haven't been working lately. And listen, strategies are always going to change. You know, strategies are going to change. They're going to stop working. Sometimes strategies that didn't work for you prior are going to start working. And so I got to be objective about it. Like I said, if you look at my stats here, like I'm still very profitable lately, but I have to understand, you know, what is actually working for me as a trader, right? And if we look at the last month, or if we look at since yeah, this is me since the start of this month, since October 1st. Right, if we look at my stats here for October, since October, I'm doing all right. Not incredibly good or anything like that. Not bad, about break even, I think. But I'm still green, you know, break even day wise. So yeah, you can see how much different it's changed though since, you know, September 1st. Or September 1st. You know, September has been great. The last, when did this downswing kind of start? The last, since October 3rd, it's been tough. But you can see before that, from September 12th all the way to October 2nd, I had no losing days in gross profit. No losing days in gross profit. So we'll see. Downswings are going to happen, but this is one of those times where it's like, yeah, the strategies have just not been working super well lately. Could be a number of different things causing that. Could be my trading altogether. But we just got to stick with what works and look for what works, SQ squeezed up, so I'm glad I got out of that one. And yeah, CGC would have broken my original risk too, and so maybe I got out of that one. But APHA is another one I'm watching. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm not seeing anything I like enough to take a big swing. What did APHA reported what? But yeah, Jared, if you're watching, brother, a fade is when a stock. So the VWAP, it's very difficult for me to explain. I've got some classes on it. I'll just publish the classes. Here, give me a second.
Yeah, it's gonna be easier.
Yeah, try to explain what a fade is gonna be difficult for sure. Let's find it.
There you go, guys. MIK getting up there to the resistance. Let's see if we get a breakout. I'm liking CGC for a short, but I can't trade that. It's not my strategy. Gotta get off of it.
All right, here's
Gotta get off of it.
Yeah.
Discipline.
I'm just gonna post our entire class on what the VWAP is, Jared. I think that's probably the best class for it. It's called Understanding VWAP and Related Strategies. And so here, I'll post that in the chat for you to check out, and for anybody else that wants it too, here it is. But yeah, looking at my stats here, I mean, I'm trying to focus on my stats because like up until October 2nd is when the downswing happened. Like you can see, even if I go to 60 days, right? Up until the 2nd is when the downswing happened. And so, let's see. Yeah, from like October, let's see what it was. It was from 9/12 to October 2nd. So like, let's look at what my stats were for that time. Yeah, just no losing days in gross profits. Details, even only 50% accurate, which is actually pretty cool. But yeah, this is my stats from that point. And it's like at a certain point, the market just changed, I think. They started working a little bit less. Yeah, but I mean, even if 5-minute candles are all green, it's a reversal strategy. Like that's what a VWAP fade is. And so that doesn't really mean anything, especially if it's a scalping strategy like that. It's not the 5-minute chart. While it has its uses for sure, and I probably could have used it a little bit in that trade. But what the VWAP fade is a reversal strategy. So like even if all the 5-minute candles were green, the whole point is that it still looks overextended from that perspective as well to a certain extent. And again, I mean, like I said, I think it's really easy to look at stuff in hindsight and say, oh, well, this is why it didn't work, or this is what you did wrong. But again, guys, like I said, you have to remember, losing days and losing weeks are going to happen. A strategy that worked this week is going to stop working last week. And like I said, if you look at my stats overall, like it's trending up, very obviously using that exact strategy. And so it's kind of like, yeah, it's easy in hindsight to be like, oh, well, this is what happened. This is what you did wrong. And I think pride and human nature kind of make people want to do that. But in the end, like I said, I just got to stick to what works. Every trade is completely different from the next. And, I just got to kind of stick with it and understand, try to read my stats to see when I'm trading the best and just stick with that, is I think what I have to do.
That's just how it goes.
Yeah. I'm looking at APHA. It doesn't look bad. It's just got a lot of confirmations at that 495 level. We'll see what happens, but that's what I'm kind of looking at. All right, guys, we're up by like 20, 25 subs today. We need a few more. We need like 5, 6 more subs. Let's keep pushing. Remember, guys, we day trade live for free every day. Hit that subscribe button. We do this live for free every weekday morning. Yeah, now I'm just gotta wait for good setups. I mean, I'm down $75, but again, lately I've been taking swings a little bit later. One I don't mind is Netflix right here for a rejection if it can get to 284.50s with a risk of 284.50s. But yeah, I think what I might actually do though here is I might switch to a long biased with the market squeezing up. A lot of the stocks I'm shorting, like cannabis stocks in general, are not usually affected by the overall market. And so I'll watch those, but I might switch to a long bias as well. Just because, like, if we look at a lot of these stocks here, CGC, I might have just overstayed my welcome with shorting it. SNBR doesn't look bad because I can use the previous day's close as resistance. It's just very big spread is the problem with this one, but a very big range overall as well. Let's see, 75 is the closing price, which is also the $0.75. That might be an interesting level. Yeah, I do like that level. So I might look at trading very small with SNBR because, again, the spread is like 25 cents. You just got to see if it can even out a little bit here. And that's 15 cents. It's not that bad. We also have this right here.
All right.
I took 25 shares of SNBR here. Very small position. We're going to give it a little bit of time, see if it gets rejected here. And if it breaks over the previous day's close at 73, I'm just going to jump out of it. Blue Apron, what is that? APRN is the stock, is the symbol for Blue Apron.
All right. Just calling it out there. I'm not taking this trade, guys, but I like the idea of it. I like the CGC short there at 1980s. Risk would be right above it towards 1995, so 15-cent risk for a potential move down towards 940s, but you got to hold really tight with this one. It's a tight risk to reward kind of trade. I'm not telling anyone to take this trade, just calling it out just because I'm not going to be able to take this trade because I'm not trying to trade shorts like this right now, but I'm definitely tempted, and so I'm just putting it out there.
On the TradeNet program, I see that you can use PayPal to pay for the program, but can you use PayPal accounts as your drawdown? And what is the amount minimum if profitable? What do you mean as your drawdown? So you can use PayPal to pay for it. Here's just to clarify this, okay? So with TEFs and TradeNet, you are paying for a package. You are not depositing money into a broker. You're not depositing money. You are in turn paying for a package. And so it's not a deposit. You can't deposit as much money as you want. It is you're paying for a package and then you're getting access to a funded account that has specific amounts in there that you can't change, right? So like you pay for the intro package, you get 14K in buying power once you're approved for the funded account program. There's no PDT rule, but it's not like you can deposit more money to get more buying power with the intro package. You can upgrade your account sometimes. You just got to ask them. But it's not a deposit. It is a educational package, and then you're getting approved for the funded account. And so it's a little bit different. It's a little bit different. It all depends, but it's not like you're depositing money. It's more so it's very similar to like a prop firm is what it is. So it's like you pay for the intro package, the base package. Once you're approved, you get 14K in buying power, no PDT rule. You can day trade in short stocks with pretty cheap commissions. You can short IPOs. It comes with a trading course, a demo account to trade with for a few weeks, and access their chat room for a few weeks. And so that is what it is. But it's not a deposit. You're not depositing money into you're not depositing money into a platform like that. That's just not what you're doing. Just to clarify that. But yeah, if you want to check that out, I think it has a lot of benefits for new traders though, because again, they can day trade in short stocks for $400 or less, and I think that is extremely rare in the trading world, and it's going to be one of the biggest benefits for new traders in my opinion. But again, everybody's different. Here's the link if you want to check them out. Great way to help support us. Like I said, I make a commission if you sign up through us. It's a great way to help support us and show your appreciation if you are thinking about using them. You get a big discount as well, but we do all of this for free every day. And so if you want to show your support for what we do here every weekday, you can check out TradeNet, check out their packages. You can also check out Trade Ideas. Legitimately the best scanners in the game, in my opinion. Super customizable. You can build scans around different strategies you use, and again, I think there's a lot of benefits to that as well. And so there's the Trade Ideas link too, if you want to check that out. And yeah, like I said, let's keep growing, guys. Keep hitting that subscribe button. Let's keep pushing. Let's keep growing. We got this. And let's see what we're at now. All right, guys. Yeah, we're getting close. Man, Tyrell, I'm jealous, brother. Congrats, man. Killer game, man. Nice work, bro. All right, so we did get a nice little drop here for SNBR.
All right, guys. What saw 54,000 shares go through at 284 for Netflix. Waiting to see if we get the crossover here.
So we did get that rejection right there at the $0.50 at 46.50. I like the resistance above this one now. I'm just going to hang out and try to be patient with this one. Yeah, and for sure, I could kind of see that daily for sure. I mean, I don't know. Well, no, Mitch is talking about shorting it.
What? What are we talking about here?
Shorting CGC.
Oh yeah,
that's what they're talking about. In the
1980s. I would have took my shot. If it would have been any other day, that's when I would have took my shot right there. 1980s. I might have even risked up to 20 because the risk and reward is there. It's a 4-to-1 trade at at risking 20 cents.
Right.
Those are the ones I like, guys. I can take 3-to-1, 4-to-1. I can take that 3 times, lose, and I only make it once, and I'm break even.
Right.
And that's why I like those kinds of trades, guys.
Yep. Yeah, I'm at negative 73. Like I said, as I've grown in size, anything less than $100 loss is completely fine with me. Like if I lose less than $100, I'm generally okay with it. And so it's just part of it.
Yeah, $100 is nothing with size.
Right. And like I said, the way trading's gone for me lately, I don't mind. I can keep it small and not be super concerned about it. It's just like I said, you're just like I'm a poker player. I love poker, right? And just like poker, you're gonna have positive variance sometimes, and you're gonna have negative variance sometimes. Sometimes variance is gonna be in your favor, and then sometimes it's not. And sometimes I'm making mistakes here as well, but it's an unrealistic expectation to think that you're just always going to do good in the market. And again, I think that's mostly due to gurus teaching people the wrong things and giving new traders unrealistic expectations. And so, in the end, for most people, it's going to take years, and then it's still not even guaranteed. And yeah, sometimes I'm going to be in slumps too, and it happens. I'm going to have losing weeks. I'm going to have losing days. I'm going to have losing months probably, and that's just part
This
of it.
284 going to be very important here now on Netflix since we got 54,000 shares to roll through there. I don't know who it was that put that order out there. But that's a big boy order.
Yeah, I'll throw you up since I'm not
I
really
wonder
good
how
much
much
with
that
the little
is.
baby trading.
I don't feel like doing math right now. Find out.
Yeah, Vive was gnarly, man. That one, very tough to trade that too.
Okay,
That's
so
rough.
that one order, guys, at 284 for 54,000 shares that went through at 11:06 Eastern, $15 million. That's a
$15 billion. Sorry, I'm just messing.
I mean, I don't know. Can you imagine your heart at 15 million?
Oh no, man. It depends. It's all relative to how much money I have, though. You
I
know.
don't know, man. My mind might give out. It might just be like the dunk. I can't handle this.
Yeah, I just think about
I'm
Austin
out.
Powers. Austin Powers, $1 million. You know.
No, it literally. I mean, when you're dealing with that kind of money, I mean, holy
Oh, I
moly.
feel you, man. Yeah, that's a lot for sure.
I mean, I've read books on like Wall Street day traders back in the day in Goldman Sachs. Sometimes their house account, like the everybody account, was up and down. It would swing between sometimes down 1 million and sometimes up 5 million in a day. So I could imagine trading
Yeah.
around those kinds of traders.
Yeah. Stressful. Sounds stressful.
Can you imagine going to lunch and having an open a couple $1 million position?
If I had that much, I wouldn't even eat lunch. I didn't. I don't even know what lunch is, man. I wouldn't even know what lunch is, man. You know,
It would
screw
be
that.
hard. It would be hard. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
But wouldn't be eating heavy. Let's just say that.
Right. Yeah. So
But
we got I,
that's the life of trading.
we got Fubar here, and I kind of agree with. Yeah, Sid. We got Fubar here. I kind of agree with what he's saying. He said everyone who is still trying to trade Vive and BNGO, which is what he's saying, like this late in the day, is casino plays, coin flips. You know, I kind of agree. I mean, there might be ways to trade it. I can't listen. I can't knock. If anybody can make it work, I can't knock it because one of the big things I've realized in trading is that just because someone doesn't trade like me or even have the same rules for themselves that I do doesn't mean that they're necessarily wrong. And just because that somebody does trade like me doesn't mean they're right either. It all just depends on their personality in general. So I can't really say that. But again, in my opinion, I think it's casino plays right now. I think it's coin flips. I think it's
It-
it's
this is
high variance
this would
plays.
be this would be my opinion. My opinion would be, how are you trading this? Are
Right.
you trading this in a short time frame? Because if you are, what I think is happening there is you probably aren't measuring risk the correct way.
Right.
And so if you are measuring risk the correct way, then that would mean that you would be giving yourself a down here of at a minimum of 70 cents, 80 cents on the
Right.
downside. So
Right.
that means you would have to at least be looking for like $1 gain or maybe $2 gain. And so that's how you have to approach a stock like this. Your range that you need to go after needs to be so massive that the risk is too high.
Right.
No one wants to risk $1,000 to make $1,000. That doesn't make sense, guys. So what you need to do is, if you were trading Vibe, eh, I could see you maybe taking uh what 20 shares, risking $1 in this. That seems more reasonable. That seems like a more reasonable amount of risk that you can give yourself kind of room to really take a trade like this. Because most traders that get in this are going to get in this with way too big of sizing
Yep.
and probably just going to blow through their account.
Right.
And so the real key is, it's not that you can't trade this. We're not telling you that Just completely take it off your watch because traders are trading this.
Right,
The key
100%.
here is the way. And that's what we
How
talked
you
about
trade it,
earlier today. And
for
the
sure.
way is important. And if you don't understand that this stock had a range in pre market from $6 to $11, a $5 range, then when you get in this stock, you don't understand the risk. You're
Yeah.
taking a $1 risk on a stock that has a range of $5. That's still not even correct.
Right.
Which it should be kind of closer towards $1.50 risk, $2 risk to try to make a potential of a $3 gain or $4 gain, which is within the range of the stock.
Well, part of me thinks that I should start trading bigger range stocks, like maybe more expensive bigger range stocks, because my commissions are going to be lower because I'm going to be buying less shares on TEFs, and if I can keep the same P&L graph that I have now, then I'll be fine. And so that's one of the things I thought about yesterday is maybe I should start trading these bigger range stocks. Like maybe that's going to be more beneficial for me right now as a trader in this market. But we'll see. Like we'll see. It all just depends.
No. I think the key is learning how to mix. There's times when the higher caps are going to follow patterns consistently,
Right.
usually times of high volatility. And then there's times of low volatility where we actually get the penny stocks to start being the movers of the market. When you see them kind of the top gainers of the day, and you're seeing gains like 60, 200%, 300% gainers, those are days where the penny stocks are essentially making the moves. They're making moves, but they're not really moving the market. You could even see stocks move 200% on the up and the overall market be down on the day.
Right.
And so one of the things to remember is that the market is very secular. So it moves in cycles. So there's cycles of large cap movement, there's cycles of small cap movement, there's cycles of mid cap movement. And I
Right.
think what it is it's a hard thing to understand the cycles because you have to have years of experience to see the change.
Right. Yeah, I'm probably about to get stopped out of my SMBR trade. I'm holding it here. I'm getting ready to exit here though. I'm watching the level 2 more than anything. Down $96 on the day, and so after this, I'll probably just hang it up. We'll see. I always say that, and then I trade off stream probably because I'm a little bit more comfortable. But we'll see. Right now I'm down $96 on the day. Trying to keep it under 100, but I gotta look at the chart here as well. Hopefully, I mean, if we get some rejection here, it might be okay at 46.20. And I'm just gonna try to be patient with it and let it work. I mean, I'm not down a ton. I'm down like $11. It's just the spread is what's really getting me. And if we could break under 46 specifically, it'll be a lot better. But we got to break that 46 level. It's in kind of a narrow range still. The SPY, look at the SPY get rejected all the way back down there, man. Look at the SPY. It's still bullish though, but it did get rejected there.
All right, guys, if you want to use the platform that John and I use to trade on these streams, definitely go check out TradeNet, guys. It's a solid, high quality platform that it has a funded account program. You can day trade as much as you want with no PDT, has cheap commissions, can short stocks like CGC today. I know you guys heard in the chat that we had somebody that was stuck in CGC, couldn't get shares to short because E-Trade just didn't have them. And really, that's why we kind of reiterate the strengths of TradeNet. TradeNet gives you strengths of shorting any stock that's tradable, and especially to you traders that are trying to learn how to short, this is going to be an advantage so that you can start working on your shorting abilities and getting them to where they need to be. Not only does this funded account and program is going to give you that cheap commissions, it's going to give you also a chat room and a pro course brought to you by TradeNet. And so this is going to give you all for less than $400 and really makes sense at the end of the day, guys. You guys are going to get some learning education material, going to get an ability to work on your trading live, and all this for getting purchasing power all the way up to what is it on the intro? 14,000?
Yeah, 14K is what it is.
14,000 on that buying power. You can't get this buying power anywhere else, guys.
Yep.
That's the truth. The buying power that they're providing you for that amount, and also giving you more than what you're putting up for the account. Definitely check it out, guys. It definitely gives you an ability to use your strengths and keep working on your trading.
Yep. All right, well, there's a nice little drop here. We just need this. We need SMBR to break underneath this whole dollar here, and it's looking okay for me, but we need that break. I got to be ready to take profits too if we get a reasonable move down here below. We're at 03 now, testing it. The bid's tightened up a little bit here, which is great, but here, I can show you guys if you guys want to see. Here's me. Again, this is where I'm shorting it at the resistance from yesterday. And we also have the previous closing price above. But yeah, we want to see this break here underneath. If we could break underneath there, we should get a really nice flush down, which is what we're shooting for. Kind of switched strategies a little bit with this one and just trying to short it around resistance. You know, I think that makes sense. Look at that bounce right back up. Oh, no, it's back down. Very volatile stock, though. Big range. I think it's going to bounce up here, but luckily I have a little bit of room. There we go. There's 89s. Let's see if we get a rejection here. 97s. It's got a huge range though, and if it follows through to my ideal reward target, it's like a $200 win with the share sizing I'm using, and if it stops me out, I might lose like a little bit. I don't know if I'll have the guts to hold it that long, but we're going to try to let it work. Problem is, if it bounces here, we want to see it hold this resistance at 46 fairly tight. The range is big and the spread is big, and so we do have to take that into consideration as well. And we're just going to get a bounce here a lot.
All right, guys. I think that's going to do it for me, guys. I'm just going to leave this MIK trade still working. Once again, kind of missed the one that kind of really worked out was BBBY. We got a good cross at 950, and that broke out to the resistance of 1225 and 1230s, eventually going all the way up to 1250s. This was a stock that upon entry, we only needed to risk 10 cents. So definitely the profit up there to the 25s, 15 cents, and then up there to the 35 definitely makes sense on a risk to reward basis. And I'm just going to go ahead and continue working on this strategy, guys. It's not always going to work out, not always going to get the best execution, but the key is working on that execution and getting it down packed so that we can go ahead and continue trading this. All right, traders, definitely check out our videos on this kind of moving average trade. If you haven't already, check out the video that we put out last weekend that explains the moving average trade that I'm taking.
All right, I just took half off there. I did take half off there. I figured we're going to get a bounce immediately back. And now I can just hold these 50 shares comfortably. I'm not going to lose on this trade. If I do lose, it's small. As for the PayPal question, I'm not really sure. You would have to reach out to them and ask them because I genuinely just don't know that. I don't want to tell you the wrong answer, brother. Yeah, later, Mitch. Have a good day, bro. Yeah, go check out Trade Ideas. There's the link, too. Everybody hit that subscribe button. Yeah, there's 94s. Luckily, I'm only holding 50 shares. We'll see what happens with this. Again, the range is so big that if it goes down to where I really want it to, then it's a big win. Nice, Sid. Hey, nice work, brother. But we just got a big range to attack here. I'm only in with small sizing now. We'll see what the rest of this goes. Yeah, exactly what's going on, man. As the penny stocks start to go crazy, mid caps start to do worse and worse for sure. 100%. Unfortunate, but all right. So yeah, here's the bounce up. Oh, also, guys, if you want to join our public Discord, we do have a Discord with over 1,000 people in here. We're just trying to create kind of a free day trading chat, and so if you want to be a part of that, I'll plug this as well. So there's our Discord if you want to come join us and kind of hang out with us after the stream. That's kind of how everybody does it. Like I said, hit that subscribe button. Click the bell. We still got about 6 more people to go until we really hit 30 subs today. And so let's keep pushing. We're gonna give this one time though for SNBR. Also, guys, go check out our website. You know, we've got a great website that has a lot of free content. Everything on our website is free, actually, except for maybe our mugs. We might charge for our mugs, but here's the link. If you want to check out our website, we've got broker reviews, we've got strategy breakdowns, we've got free day trading content. So go check it out. There's the link if you want to go check out our website. Again, it's all free. Everything we put out there is free, so go check that out. So we're getting a nice little drop here down to the 70s. I'm going to let this work, though. The next 25 shares I'm going to take is going to be at the half dollar or 45.50, or at least around there, hopefully. That's what I'm shooting for, at least. But again, later day trades that I decide to get into just tend to work better for me. I don't know why that is. I don't know why that is, but they just work better. Very weird. Usually that's the opposite for me. But same thing today, same story today. Later day trade worked out well. So far, at least, could go against me, I guess. Oh, we still got to do story time today, right, guys? You guys want to do story time today? I have to think of a story. I've got a lot of stories, but I got to do story time today. I got some stories that aren't necessarily PG, though. I don't know if I can tell those here. Maybe I should. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow, and I'll just make the stream for people over 18 only. Yeah, I just try to cover half around support, you know. But even with 50 shares, like if we could drop down to 44, I mean, it's still it's a lot of range to attack, but it's okay. What's up, guys? I'm bored here. Talk to me. I'm gonna close it down and just update you guys that way. You love story time, Eagles. Yeah, man. I gotta think of a story time today. I have to think of a story time. I don't remember. I'll be thinking of a story time. Not necessarily the VWAP Leroy, although I would understand if people did that. Like, I understand the VWAP because once it crosses above the VWAP, it's changing trends. But for me specifically, I don't. I usually use like break even or a big support or resistance level above me at that point. But it's all different. It all depends. There's 65s, not bad. Again, we're gonna shoot for a half dollar, 45.50, and hold the rest of this break even or so. The problem is the spread is 10 cents, 9 cents now. And so we might get a flush here. So I'll be quick to take this next profit. I want a half dollar, but I'm watching the level 2 really closely here to see when the favorable time to get out is relative to where the half dollar is. 64s. Give it one more second for the ask to clear out, and if it doesn't, I'm just going to take profits for their 62s. There's 50s, 40s. All right, we'll look for the breakdown here. The bid is under the $half. The bid's at 40. So if we can get the spread to even out a little bit, there we go. That's where I'm going to take my $half. Exactly at 45.49. So beautiful, exactly where I wanted to. Now with this last 25 shares, I can really just kind of put my feet up and just kind of hang out because it's not going to be a losing trade. Right now I've made almost $50 from it. I'm just going to hang out with the rest here. But again, it's kind of like you see me, like I always just do much better later on in the day now. And this is not typical for me. Like I've traded for years on stream. Usually I have my best results early on. And so the fact that I've been doing a lot better today, why? All right. What's up, hero? What's up, man? But yeah, it went exactly to the $half that I wanted it to, and now we can just kind of hang around here. But we'll try to get. I already did that yesterday. My wife told me to do Dart Face story time. That's a good name for it. Yeah. The Saga of Dart Face is like a good name for it. Yeah, you see that? My wife's like, you should do Dart Face. Yeah, we know.
Oh, you should tell the story about when Maddie.
All right, I'm gonna get out here. On this bounce up, I'm out. And so only down $35 on the day. I might keep trading. I guess I'll keep the stream going. But yeah, there's a squeeze up that I was trying to avoid. So I mean, I got what I wanted from it. I got made $40 from that trade. Small size too. I took 100 shares in that trade. So commissions are going to be very cheap. I'm going to profit a majority of that $40.
You should tell him about when Maddie got her ears pierced.
The ice cream?
Yeah.
I've already done that too. I told that story too. About ice cream reminds me of how beautiful I am.
Or did you tell about how we were like, we got one and it got stuck? And...
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I already told him that. Can you think of another story to tell?
Yeah, I'll try to think of one.
Here, story time's got to be today. I got content I got to put out here, man. You know, you got to help me here. You know, I'm making it your problem. You know stories from the last 10 years? What's some stories? I could tell him the rabbit story, but that would be terrible. Yeah, we can't tell him that. That'd be a terrible story. We could tell him Pablo the corn snake.
Yeah.
That's a
Tell
story.
him about the gas leaks we had.
I don't know about the entertaining value of that. Watch, I bet you I haven't even looked at the chat. I bet you the whole chat's going to be like, I want to know the rabbit story. Y'all aren't hearing it. Nope, they didn't. Yeah, there's no way y'all are hearing the rabbit story.
Yeah. If I think of one, I'll let you know.
Alright. Alright, well, I got out of here at the right time. I'm still kind of looking for other stuff here, but I'm not really seeing too much I really, really like right now. Just kind of, you know, SPY squeezing down under the VWAP. SQ is now underneath the VWAP, but again, I don't know about it picking actual trends here. Yeah, this one is not fun either. Eagles, I can't say it. It's a terrible story. Not like it's a bad story, but it's just a bad story, you know. Honestly, I got a lot of stories. If you want me to be honest here, I got a lot of stories that I can't tell, that are not PG, and they're not, you know, they're not. I don't want to tell them, but there's a lot of stories that there's no way I'm saying any half of these stories. I have to think. All right. I guess we're just gonna keep looking at stocks. I'll try to think of a story to tell. I don't do that many options, no. I mean, I trade some options, just not that many. Uh, Thanks, Killer. Thanks, man. Yeah, I'm still waiting. SNBR doesn't look bad here for that resistance rejection. But I've already made my money from it. I don't know. $35 loss in the day is small, though. I'm trying to be patient here. I just don't know I don't see anything I really like right now. And it's getting late. I guess SNBR looks okay, but kind of a so-so day. I mean, insignificant day. Let's look at Etsy. Etsy's been getting weak. AMD, I'm kind of looking for a VWAP bounce in AMD. It just depends on what the market does here. If the market flushes, you know. You got this big resistance level here that you could use as risk for AMD. I guess I could take a little position there for the VWAP bounce. Yeah, I don't mind that. AMD. So this is my risk, 31, 10-cent risk, 100 shares. Ah, shoot. Almost cursed on stream. Almost. I guess I'll take another 100 here, and with 200 shares of AMD. Just gonna see if we get a move up to 23. Quick scalp. Ah, there goes SNBR. It did follow through back down. I appreciate it, T. Hey, the number in level 2 buying shares, asking shares, what amount is that in? What? There's the bid and the ask. For which one? I gotta think of a story, guys. I just don't know what a story here. I gotta think of a story. For story time. And I don't want to make up stories. I got a lot of stories that I could tell. I'm gonna think of one. Just let me sit here for a second. I'll think of a story for sure. You just gotta give me a second, team. All right, I got a story. I got a few stories I could probably tell. So I used to have this story time today. I used to have a 1978 GT80 mini bike as a teenager. I saved up and I bought it for myself. It was like $400, right? It was a little 1978 old school mini bike GT80. And I used to ride it around my neighborhood, right? And as I got older, I stopped driving it as much. And I got tired of having it. It was wasting space in my garage. I just didn't drive it enough. Really, I couldn't fit on it. And one of my friends wanted to buy this 1978 GT80 from me. And so I sold him the GT80. You know, I sold it to him. He paid me like $300-$400 in cash for it. And I sold him the GT80 or whatever. And so then that day, we decide to go ride it in the field by my house. We had this big field by my house. We decided to go ride this 1978 GT80. My friend's name was Chris. I still talk to him to this day. But anyways, so we're riding this 1978 GT80, and this field by my house had a lot of like potholes and like a lot of big holes that were kind of hidden by grass. So you couldn't really see where these holes were. And so Chris is riding, and eventually Chris just plops off this thing, right? And the bike handlebars turn, and the shifter was kind of sharp. You know, it was like a steel or maybe metal, some type of metal shifter that was about this big, right? And his knee lands right on that shifter and puts a hole into his shin about that big. And so he starts crying and crying and crying. At the time, we must have been like 16 or 17. He starts screaming and crying and crying. And so I have to like pick him up and like drag him to his house, you know? And I don't think I ever saw him ride the GT80 again. But yeah, the end. That's the end of story time. My friend, I can't remember what happened. I think he had like a hole in his shin like that big. And I felt bad, and for a while I thought he might sue me, but he didn't. And, you know, he didn't sue me. And, I mean, technically it was his bike at the time. And it's not like the bike failed on him. It's not like it's my fault. He just didn't drive it good and hit a big pothole and put a hole in his shin about that deep. And the end. That's the end of story time. That's my story for the day. I know it's not as entertaining, as cool as other stories, but that's what happened. All right, Hero. I gotta put you in timeout, bro. You're posting just too much, man. Tell us a story from your school. What school? I mean, high school. We got middle school. High school was less fun. Middle school was fun. I grew up in the 90s, right? And back in the 90s, if anybody else grew up in the 90s with me, the cool thing to do was to wear Jinko jeans. Jinko jeans, the ridiculously baggy, ugly looking jeans, that was the cool thing to do, right? And every Friday at my school, it was free dress day. And so all the dudes, all the guys thought they were super cool, and they would wear these Jinko jeans, which are just, looking back, they were terrible. They were ridiculously baggy, unnecessarily baggy, and just ugly looking jeans, right? All the dudes would wear these big old baggy jeans. And I remember I asked my parents, and my parents would never buy me these freaking Jinko jeans. They would never buy me these jeans. They didn't have enough money or whatever. Jinko jeans were expensive. Whatever the reason, they just would not buy me any Jinko jeans. And so I saved up, and I bought a fake version of Jinkos. They weren't like Jinko jeans. They were like the fake version, like the Walmart version, so to speak. So I bought myself the fake version of Jinko jeans, and everybody knew they were fake. Everybody knew they were fake. I got made fun of. Never wore Jinkos again. Yep, Jinko jeans, man. Everybody had them. They were the cool thing, man. Everybody had them ridiculously. Here, I'll try to find a picture of these jeans. I know everybody's probably searching. You spell it J-N-K-O. J-N-K-O. Like, look at these things, man. Yeah, these were them. For sure. What is the symbol they had on them? What is this? Is that a cobra? These things are terrible, though, man. Look at these things. Wow. Worse than I remembered. Look at these things, man. Check these out. Look at these things, man. They're terrible. They're terrible. Hey, don't ask the same thing twice, man. If it was an accident, I don't use a moving average. We got a video on it. That's Mitch. Mitch is the one that uses the moving average in his trades. I don't use it as much. I'll find the video and post it though if you want to see it. Yeah, here's the moving average. All right. Later, bro. Honestly, I was gonna post it for you, bro, but now I'm not because you spammed the chat like a jerk. And so I was gonna post the video that explained everything, man, but instead I'm just not gonna post it. You can go find it on our channel. You know. You're lucky I didn't ban you because I was kind of, you know, should I ban him? Shouldn't ban him? And I was like, I'm just gonna put this dude in timeout. But it was kind of, I was really thinking about it, bro. You know, you gotta chill out, man. Yeah, man. I'm talking about whatever that dude's name is above us that posted the same thing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times in 30 seconds. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, now it's the opposite. You notice how it does the opposite. Like, now skinny jeans are the cool thing. Did you go to college, or do I remember right that you dropped out? Did you regret, or are you happy with it? It seems you do well anyway. Yeah, I mean, I went to some school. I didn't finish. Yeah, I went to some school. Like I said, I never finished schooling though. Yeah, I remember 60s was bell bottoms. I remember my parents would always talk to me about it. All right, we're up to 21. This is getting pretty close where I take profits. 22s. Look for this breakout above. I got greedy with my profit taken there. Oh no, I bought more shares, guys. I did it again. I added to my position when I wanted to exit my position. Dumb. All right, we'll give it a chance, I guess, here. But this is where I would like to have taken profits. I'm just worried we're going to get rejected here. Alright, I got out a half there. I wanted more than that. I added some, wasting them commissions. I'm still holding 150. We'll let it work. But, man, I accidentally added when I should have taken profits there. Yeah, I mean, I was in school. I think here's the problem, right? This is the problem with the world in general right now, and like standards, and like as a parent I can understand the standard, right? But like they have this big standard that you need to go to college. Everybody's parents 100% are mostly telling them you should go to college, like that's what every parent wants. I know my parents are sitting there like, you can go to college, you need to go to college. But the truth is that everybody's not meant to go to college, you know. And whenever you force every kid and you have that standard for everybody to go to college, you get what happens right now, which is that it's very difficult for people that go earn their degree to find jobs because everybody's going to college. It's just unnecessary. It's not necessary for everybody to go to college. And that's not a realistic expectation. And I get it. As a parent, yeah, I want my kids to go to college because that'll give them the best chance. And kids that go to college on average make more money in their lifetime. But some people aren't meant to go to college. People are smart in different ways. Like, for instance, here's a good example, right? I taught myself programming. Like, I taught myself to code. I know JavaScript, Python, HTML, CSS, Bootstrap library. I know React library now. And so I taught myself programming, like computer programming, right? Coding. And I taught myself that without going to college, you know, without doing any of that. I taught myself that. In about 6 months, I learned my first language and so forth and so on, right? And I learned the exact same things that people that go to college for 4 years learn. I probably know more code than people that go to school for 4 years know. Now, they'll always be able to get a job over me, but I'll be able to get into the job market sooner if I wanted to. And so in the end, it's like there's definitely certain career choices that you do not need to go to college for. And I bet you every single electric engineer or computer programming or computer science major is going to sit there and be like, no, you need to go to college for it. But really, they're just trying to justify themselves going to college for something that isn't necessary. You know, nowadays they have what's called coding boot camps, where if you want to be a programmer, you could go to a coding boot camp and sometimes they'll even pay for your tuition, and you have to pay them back once you get a job. But right now, like if you want to, like you could go right now, you can go to a coding boot camp for 4 months, and it's every day for 4 months. And within that 4-month period, you'll be able to graduate from coding boot camp and get a job making 60, 70,000 plus a year as a programmer. You know, that's what they're doing nowadays. And so with that, college for computer programmers is completely obsolete, and it's unnecessary. And again, sure, you're going to make more if you go to college. That's always the truth. But at the same time, though, you're going to be able to enter the job market sooner if you don't go to college, and probably earn a median income quicker than others. So a good median income quicker than others. And so in the end, like I said, college is sometimes obsolete. It's unnecessary for a lot of people. And I think more so than anything, parents need to stop having an unreasonable standard saying, oh, every kid should go to college. That's dumb. Every kid should not go to college. You know, some kids are going to do better without college in general. And maybe I'm biased because I didn't go to college. Who knows? But that's my take on it. All right, I'm going to get out my other half here. Oh my, I did it again. I bought when I should have sold, guys. Oh man, just dumb. I'm making the dumbest. All right, here, I'm going to sell here. There we go. I'm holding 100 shares now. Yes, and you can be a beginner. Yes, but listen, man, you can be a beginner, and that's fine, and you can ask me a question. But if you spam my chat, you're going to get banned, and I'm going to keep banning you. You know, like, listen, you ask me it once in the chat, I'm going to get to it, okay? I'm not going to get to it immediately. You know, point is, don't act like a child. You know what I mean? Like, if I don't answer you immediately, be patient like an adult and wait for your turn. I'm not trying to hate on you or, like, attack you here. I'm just saying, like, be an adult. Like, if I don't answer your question immediately, don't spam it over and over again. I'm going to get to it. We still have 160 people in here. You know what I mean? Like, be an adult, man. That's all I'm saying, you know? And I guess it's just frustrating built up because it's like, I've had a few people that do that, where it's like, if I don't answer their question immediately, they act like a child and they just start spamming it over and over and over again. You know, it's just kind of like, come on, man, wait your turn. I'm going to get to it. Here's the video. I'll post the video. There's the video. But yeah, so I'm in AMD. Wiped out most of my losses on the day here with most of these. I think we're going to get a rejection. I'm just going to get out there. So down $12 on the day, which is what I'm saying. Like, you guys see me posting trades after the stream. Like, you see me posting straight trades after the stream. Like, hey, I basically came back from my loss. This is why. I do so much better later on in the day. And I don't know why it is. I really have to think about how I've been trading lately. Because, again, like, I was down like 80, 85 bucks. We were second. We were number 2. But we had the largest percentage of people in the top 20. You know, even the team that won, Stelios, Stocklock, I guess, even the team that won, they had 4 people in the top 20. We had 6. So we had the largest percentage of people in the top 20. They might have had the largest percentage of people in the top 50, though, and I think that's how they won. But my team did a great job. I was super happy with it. It was fun. Yeah, number 2 spot. But yeah, guys, like I said, you know, I kept the stream going a little bit longer today. Because I wanted to show you guys, like, I generally do better later on in the morning, and I'm not sure why. Like, it's almost noon market time right now, and it's like, for some reason I just do better right now. I don't know just how the market's been lately. So we'll see what happens, but yeah, that's what I did today, really. But I still didn't do great. I think many people are depressed and don't feel good enough because there's so much pressure to go to college, but they are more than good enough to do whatever makes you happy. Yeah, 100%. And that's what I'm saying. As a parent, though, like I have a daughter and a son, and like I'm pushing for my daughter to go to Texas A&M. Honestly, I'm a big LSU fan, and you know, I'm from Louisiana, and so it hurts to push my daughter to go to A&M. But overall, if I'm being completely honest, I think A&M is just a much better school than LSU is. And I like LSU. I think it's a great school, but I think A&M's better. So I'm pushing my daughter to go there. But again, I'm pushing her to go there if she has the right major. Like if you're majoring, like don't get it twisted. If you're trying to be an attorney or a doctor or, you know, anything like that, yes, you need to go to college. I think that's completely necessary, you know. But if you're trying to be like a computer programmer or business, you know, like I don't know if college is really necessary, you know, and I think people just go because it feels bad to say I didn't go, you know. And so in the end, it just depends on what your major is. It depends on what you actually want to do with your life, right? And there's some stuff where it's just not worth it to go to college. It's a waste of money. It's a waste of time more than anything. And in the end, you know, you're not going to have that much of an edge over everybody else that gets started way earlier than you. Yeah, for sure. I don't know. The stream is probably ending soon. I guess I'll close it down now. But yeah, guys, like I said, hit that subscribe button. Yeah, man, for sure. I mean, like I said, it is what it is. Remember, guys, I guess I'll go ahead and close it down. If you guys want to make me really happy, hit the subscribe button. We do this live for free every weekday morning on YouTube. We day trade the open. We let people watch us for free. We're not experts here. We're not gurus. We generally just let people watch us day trade the open for free every weekday morning on YouTube. And so if you want to see us attack the open and really day trade every single weekday morning to see what it's really like with no BS, we're not hiding anything. You can follow my account balance. You can follow all that stuff. Hit the subscribe button. Click the bell. We do this live for free every day. Also, if you want to use the same platform as us, again, I'll post this link. You can check them out. In my opinion, it just makes a lot of sense for new traders. You get, with their base package, once you're approved for the funded account, you get 14,000 in buying power, no PDT rule. You can day trade and short stocks as much as you want. It comes with a demo account to trade with, access to their chat room, and it operates like a prop firm. Plus, you get you know, a day trading course as well that comes with it. And I think it just makes sense. I think it's one of the cheaper ways new traders can get started and actually be able to day trade with no PDT rule and short stocks. I think that's extremely rare in the market. It operates like a prop firm, so there is a 70-30 profit split, so you have to share 30% of the profits you make. Only on profit, though. They don't take it out of your losses. And there is a $700 max loss, but you're only paying $350 to $399 for that package. And so you're getting twice as much to lose almost. And I think it just makes sense risk reward wise. And so again, if you want to check it out, there's the link in the chat. No, a fade, Jared, just to show you, a fade is this. CGC. A VWAP fade, there's a few different definitions. I call this a VWAP fade because, okay. So we get a downtrend. Jared, so here. We get a downtrend, a pullback to the VWAP. This is where I'm entering my short position. And I think I actually took this trade this morning. This is where I'm entering my short position, right? And my goal here is for the stock to fade. It bounces up here, so it moves up. The goal is for the stock to fade back down to the previous low of the day. And so you give yourself a tight risk or a tight stop out level. So if it goes against you, you're going to get out of the trade like right here. You got a tight risk, a big reward, and you're going to try to exit the trade right here. You know, that's a fade. So you're basically waiting for a downward move at the open, a pullback to the VWAP, which is this purple line. You're shorting it right around here when it pulls back to the VWAP, and you're taking profits at here, right here at the previous low of the day. If you look at risk from a risk reward perspective, if you get stopped out here, if you get stopped out of the trade right here, for instance, this is how much you're risking in that trade. You're getting in at the VWAP, you're risking that much. But if the trade actually works out for you, then you're going to be gaining this much. And so you can see how much bigger your reward target, which is this bottom rectangle, is bigger than your risk. So even when you lose, you're going to lose less than you win, right? So when you win, you're going to win much more than you lose. Okay, if that makes sense. And that's why it's good. It's about having a good reward to risk ratio, right? So your risk in this case is from 95 up to 2008. We'll just say 2010 to make it easy. So your risk is 15 cents and your reward is from 95 down to 62. So over 30 cents. So it's better than 2-to-1 reward to risk. And that's what you want to take advantage of. But yeah, I sent you the video, brother. All right, guys. Yeah, hit the subscribe button, click the bell, turn on notifications. Hey, Tyrell, you're still up 1,000, brother. Green is good, man. Don't stress it, brother. Just learn from mistakes and keep pushing, brother. You got this, man. But yeah, guys, I'm going to close it down. Have a good day. Smash the like button. Click the subscribe button. We go live every single weekday morning for free on YouTube. And so if you want to see what it's actually like, hit the subscribe button, click the bell, turn on notifications. We'll see you all tomorrow, bright and early. And yeah, good luck, guys.